you were in the creation force, but well, below the creation force, in this weird lab full of dead bodies and unholy experiments. Sable is gathering everything that can be sold and putting into the elevator. What are you going to do?
I am also looting the shit out of this place, though less for money and more just to take pictures of everything because I am in
Uh,
heaven.
Okay, so where do you start? In the weird ass murder lab or in the creation force?
Probably not the murder lab, honestly. Probably gonna take the stairs up and just photograph everything, basically.
Okay, so you will start investigating the creation force.
Yep.
Give me a give me an Arcana check.
Oogie. Arcana is 7. 13.
13. So you're checking, you start to take notes. You see that you have all the parts that you need to make full workforce body. It appears to be fully functional. And as you continue to experiment, you gather lots of small pieces, you copy some ideas that you could use later, and you have information that could allow you to try to make at least workshop for workforce, not
Rockin'.
an automated one, but at least a manually operated one.
Rockin'.
So, while Emily's doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
I'd like to check if there's anything worth like taking and keeping in the murder lab.
Perfect. Give me an investigation check.
Can I assist him?
What?
Can I assist him with the investigation check?
If you can have assistance.
Yeah. Can I assist him or no?
Anyone else has investigation?
I do, but I'm busy.
Yeah. Anyone else that can assist him in the
Um,
investigation?
Like,
investigation. Nah, I have a 0 in it.
Okay, so you are alone in this.
there you go.
But you have a 19. So you start to investigate this lab. You find a couple of things. One, inside the tattered pieces of the dress the vampire was wearing, you have a small notebook with notes about experiments that she was doing. But you. But as you're investigating, you also find that there is, beyond this point, in the top of the lab, there is a secondary entrance that leads
Oh,
to a long hallway, and eventually to a small tunnel. You could explore that later.
so there's like another passageway somewhere else, basically, right?
Yes,
Alright.
that's it.
Probably a way for whoever is managing this location is like bringing in orphans and all the other kidnappies.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. And what's the most recent entry in this notebook?
The most recent entry is actually from today.
What does it say?
It says that attempts to make use of the Warforged body have proved partially useful into sever the connection between the undead and Mavar. Mavar, it's the plane of negative energy in Everron. But that beyond the investigation that can be done with fresh resurrected corpses, she considers that they are close to be able to experiment with longer undead eventually, but that they have found that in order for the process to fully develop, no, sorry, what I am trying to say is that the process cannot be properly measured until they get access to a higher category of undead. And she was actually proposing, she was actually going to ask to bring one of her sisters to the next round of experimentation.
One of her sisters.
Yes.
So Emily's upstairs right now, right?
Yes.
All right. I want to check out the other hallway.
The other what? Sorry.
The other hallway we're talking about. The
Oh yeah. The whole hallway seems quite long and eventually reaches an elevator.
other elevator.
Yes.
So Jones gonna say, "Hey guys, I think there's another passageway here. Want to check it out?"
Don't
Well,
mind if I do. We.
After getting her second and taking some time to heal herself, Kyra will make her way over to where did everybody go? I don't see your icons.
Yeah, where do you want to go? Or,
okay.
I see Sliver, but I don't see Jonah.
I'm coming. I'm like on the other side of the room.
Oh, okay.
Shona, remember to that in a short rest, and you have time for that. You can roll your hit dice and try to recover that to recover HP
I gotcha. Just give me a second to find that.
because you are like half dead.
Yeah, I'm fucking hurt as shit right now.
Well, Emily, make an investigation check while you are cataloging things in the upper lab.
25.
Okay. You find that there is one piece of the equipment. All of the equipment here it's relatively old. It's an old Warforge. It's an old creation forge, but there is one piece of equipment that's totally different from the other. It seems like two headbands connected by a long golden wire and inscribed with some runes.
Can I tell what the hell that is?
You can try to make an Arcana check to have a guess.
That's a 16.
It seems to be one of the fundamental pieces of the Warforged creation process is what's called a soul infusion, and you haven't found any in this place. And this weird couple of headbands have some pieces that resemble the ones that are used in the soul infusion, but they are not exactly the same.
So this thing creates souls for Warforged?
It's similar to
Infuses
the
them.
thing. It's similar to the thing that was used to create souls for the Warforged, but it's not the same.
I want to study the shit out of this, so I'm going to take it, assuming it is not dangerous.
You can assume that it's not. At least.
Alright, I'm gonna
Uh,
turn it off and put it in my bag.
Okay, you turn it off. You will carry that in your bag, and well, you follow the rest of the group into the tunnels.
You guys doing stuff down there?
No, you just stay up there. We're fine.
You sure?
Okay.
Found a notebook.
So, in that case, if you leave Emily there, you can explore the tunnel. Well, it leads to this elevator. It's a loading elevator, relatively
Can I see?
big. Yeah, sorry.
No, you go ahead. You good. I interrupted you. You go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. Can I check if it's like rigged or anything?
Yeah, a bit investigation check.
Still paranoid about traps, are we?
Well,
Eh,
it would be a good place to put one.
Yeah.
I mean, elevators can turn into traps quite easily. They just have to fall. No, there's no trap in here. But you see that it's key operated like the other one, the other elevator that you took.
Oh, so can I take out my thieves tool and try to pick it?
Yes.
Okay. What would that be? That would be a.
It's a dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, your dexterity plus proficiency. Gotcha.
If you click on the tools, it will prompt a dialogue.
Wait, hold on. Let me just type that out real quick, because I
Okay.
did not write that.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, this time you managed to pick the lock, so you can use the elevator properly instead of
All right.
breaking it and rappel down.
All right.
It's quite
Alright.
useful because this elevator ride it's way longer than the other one. It probably gets you all the way to the lower ward. And
So this goes down basically.
it goes up. You are in
Oh,
the,
goes-
that are below the lower wards.
Okay. So,
You are actually below the cogs, so you are in the bottom of the city, and you are now at least in the surface. But even in the surface, in one of the lower parts, well, you go up, and you eventually reach a small warehouse. You
Aside,
can hear the sound of the sea outside of the warehouse and the sound of people walking around. The inside of the warehouse is empty, save for a couple of crates and stuff like that.
wait, the sound to see in the warehouse?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. What's in where's that map? Where's that map? Dagger
If you
River.
want, I could get you to the general map. I will hit lower.
Oh, we're in the lower wards. Okay. I looked at the wrong map, but there we go. So if I'm reading this map correctly, this warehouse should either be in the precarious warehouse district or in the stores warehouse.
Yes.
Trying to remember. Y'all remember how we were discussing about checking out the warehouses as one of the options?
yeah, I kind of remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, which district was that?
Mm,
Wasn't that
it was-
like when we were finding the girls?
I think it was.
Yes. No.
yeah,
Wait a minute. No. When you were before searching for the girls, you knew that in the source warehouses there was a number of disappearances that were attributed to the war between the Boromar clan and the Dust.
Alright.
So, game back in character. The three of us are inside the warehouse. There's no identifying features on the inside aside, just crates.
Yeah, it's dark, so you are not seeing a lot, unless some of you can see in the dark. But
I, I
even in that
Go
case,
ahead.
you will see shapes. So yeah, you are seeing the shapes of boxes and stuff, and you can read anything in
I've
the
got
dark.
dark
uh,
vision, so I
I
want to
like.
go up. Oh, what was that, Jonah?
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I've got dark vision, so I want to go up to one of the crates, and I want to investigate the crate. If there's any identifying markers on the crate itself, or if there isn't, I want to bust that bad boy open and see if there's anything on the inside.
Well, if you when you're looking, you see a small seal in one of the sides of the crates, and it's a host canid seal.
Now, Sneef makes sense. Can I still go and open up the crate?
Yes, you can.
What do I have to test for it, or do I just?
No, no, you open up. It's a matter of time. You eventually open up one of the crates, and inside of the crate, you see spare Warforged parts. They are all used up and in different levels of damage, but it's that.
Got house can need shipping crates filled with scavenged or warforged parts.
Hmm.
Considering the elevator, all the ingredients for what we saw back down that elevator, this seems to be the main pathway for all that stuff.
Yeah, the main transit basically. It's going to come up all together now. You know.
Problem is that none of this that we have found, except for the abductions, are actually illegal because House Kenneth aren't actually making Warforged. They're making Cyborg.
But still, like all this stuff going on. It's still,
Yeah,
relatively.
it's suspicious as heck, but it's not technically illegal.
It's not legal.
It's one of those
No.
cases in which the law hasn't been written because the crime has never been committed before.
Yeah, and typically at that point, we have to be overwhelming in their bad actions. Like we have to really show that they were doing this in order to hurt people or not caring about people. So
So we need to.
so one addle-minded victim won't be enough because that person can have imagined it all, especially against like the head of a really freaking powerful organization.
So we need to find them like red-handed, basically, right in the middle of what they're doing. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Damn. We better go get Emily. We didn't get her, did we? Or
Nope, she is happily playing around in the creation forge.
all right,
We left her in the like ball pit essentially.
all right, I'm gonna go get Emily for this.
Well, You go, you get Emily, and well, what do you do about Sabel and all the things that she was stacking?
You're gonna find Emily. She has basically, yeah, ball pit is probably a good analogy for what's currently going on in the Creation Forge. She's like taken all the corpses, she's laid them out perfectly, like OCD. She's like yoinked everything that has not been nailed down. The car is just like full of metal crap. Like you're not even sure what half of this thing is. You're pretty sure that thing is like bright pink, but Emily tells you it's probably going to explode. Did you guys find anything down there? Or?
Well, we found a secret elevator to another warehouse, and I found this notebook. Well, take a look at this. It's
I flipped through the notebook.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay. 21.
Okay, the notebook it's about a series of experiments that this woman was making. Her objective was not. She mentions two investigations. Her own investigation was about using the workforce technology to allow undead to become alive again. That was her primary goal. The zombie workforce was part of a series of experiments, and she concludes eventually that it's possible, but she needs to try to with a higher level on that. And she says that she will ask her father if one of her sisters can volunteer for the experimentation.
Hmm. I don't.
Uh,
This is
the
evidence.
basic idea was that the Warforged enchanted wood will contrast the link to Mavar and will allow an undead to regain connection with what she calls the divine spark of life. But she also mentions that her investigation she has correlations with another investigation made by another man that sorry, let me check 1 minute.
Does the notebook mention
She,
Houthkeneth or Merrick's or any connection at all, or this just Vol
yeah, she
stuff?
mentions that she's working with someone else, and 1 minute. What do they have you? She mentions that her investigation has a parallel in the investigation made by Gladys Di Chorasco.
Gladys
Uh,
Jarasco. Do we know that name?
yeah, you had heard once during the presentation about this Mary Maril Dicanit say that Merrix was attempting to recruit Gladys Di Chorasco to for his investigation.
Well, there's another look. There's another lead. This is a good find, Jonah. Keep that notebook and keep it safe. That's evidence right there.
all right, no problem. Found it on the vampire lady. Oh, so
I also,
that.
I also found this, and I'm gonna pull out the big glowy golden thing. Any idea what the hell this is?
You can
Uh,
try to make an Arcana check, but you will need a 25 at least.
I don't know if Jonah knows anything about magic.
No, yeah, in that case, it's a little
oh
bit.
no, wait, hold on. Let me see. There might be a chance he does know Arcana. Wait, let me see. Hold on. Shit, hold on. He knows one,
Alright.
like one skill point.
Yeah, you have a no.
I'm not. Can I just roll it? See, like,
Yes, you can roll it to see how if you can at least guess at what that thing is.
alright.
Ah,
Rip.
Yeah, it seems to be some sort of possible mind control device or something like that.
It's fucking weed whacker of all I know.
Alright, well, I found it connected to the main rotary part of Gables, and I'd like to, and I believe this is the scientific term for it, poke it with a stick a bunch.
Oh, let's see.
I think it might be
I
connected
mean,
to what this creation forge is capable of.
this is a minor thing, but I'm actually curious. Is my divine sense going off at being proximity to that crystal, considering how it's such an integral part of the creation forge?
What will your divine sense sense normally?
So I know the location of with any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is behind full cover. I know the type of the being that I
Okay.
sense, but I don't know the identity.
Yeah, no, in this
Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
consecrators, this thing, it actually feels holy in some way, but in a weird way.
I
It's
think Merrick's
holy
was
but
doing this.
uncomfortable.
I think Merrick's was trying to corrupt this in some way. I don't know what it is, and I'm not sure I want to know what it is, but when we have some time, I'd like to run some experiments on this.
Probably ask Carol. She probably knows this kind of stuff. I'm not much of a book.
Do you know where she is?
By the book. Oh, she's. We went upstairs through that secret elevator. You want to see? It's in our warehouse.
I didn't know there was another secret elevator. You'll have to lead me.
By the way, I picked. It was locked, so I picked it. We didn't have to smash it this time around. You know.
That's good.
All right. I'm gonna take Emily to the secret elevator.
Okay, you and Sable go down the elevator shaft
Yeah.
and then towards the secret elevator. And when you are out there, you reach this small warehouse, probably close to the piers.
Do I see Harriel?
I thought it was just the two of you that went back to the other warehouse.
Yeah, me and Harriel are still standing by the sky coach.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought you guys were by the warehouse. Sorry. Well, then we'll head to the sky couch.
Well, so you are not by the sky coach because you can get this a sky coach into the cox.
No, but okay, but we
The
like
cox as underground.
How about we all
Ah.
regroup by the car?
Yeah.
So you all you will regroup in the exit of the factory, the closest factory.
Do I see Harriel?
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
Harriel, I found a thing. I'd like you to take a look
What?
at it if you don't mind.
I think it's golden weed whacker.
I pull out the giant golden glowy magic thing. This set off any alarm
Okay.
bells for you?
It actually does.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That thing is weird. It's connected to something powerful, but you don't know if it's holy or unholy. It's confusing to your senses, actually.
No, Silver, please don't smash. Do not smash. This.
oh, Sliver can smash, Silver cannot. Great to know.
I
Hit with brick.
Silver, please don't. Please don't. I'm gonna. This is some collection of. I actually don't know what this is. It unsettles me because I can't tell what it actually is. It's not holy, but it's not corrupted. I don't sense anything demonic or fiendish about it. It's can I at least Lucas, can I at least get a sense of like how powerful of a magical object this thing is?
Yes, you have sense that it's quite powerful.
Bless you.
Sorry.
You're good.
Thank you. You have a sense that it's quite powerful, and that it has some twisted divine spark.
I believe Merrick's was using this sort of thing to either extract or implant souls into the Warforged, or whatever the hell those things were that we fought down in the Creation Forge. Divine magic is not my forte, so if you don't know what this is, I suggest we.
You can try to have to make a religion check. It's hard.
I will do the religion check, even though I'm not proficient in it. What I do want to know is Emily is currently holy, correct?
Yes.
But majority of Emily's body is mechanical in nature, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, before I do my religion check, I'm taking off one of my gloves, and I just want to see if anything happens when I make basic content with the object.
You have two headbands. One has a black gem in the front, and one has a white gem in the front. Which one do you touch?
I'm definitely touching the white side first.
Okay, you touch the white one, you feel a slight warmth in your finger. It feels slightly like when you get a lay on hands spell on you.
This white side feels soothing and comforting, as if light healing is going on. Not no actual healing is going on, but that sensation of recovery is there. Which, if that's that side, I'll now go and touch the other side of it.
You touch the other side, and you immediately feel coldness and numbness running through your fingers as if and you actually have to let it go, and you actually lose a hit point in that process.
I do want to ask: is this necrotic damage?
Yes, it's necrotic damage.
I am resistant to necrotic
Oh,
damage.
so you're okay. You actually can sustain it for a little longer without suffering damage. But yeah, that thing sucks your life and transfers.
You see, you all see me touch the black side of it, and I only have my hand there for a second before I recoil back and hiss death. That that on the other side, that's necrosis. That's death. Whatever this thing is, I'm more amazed that this thing is this item has two sides of it, and they're not conflicting with each other.
Which
No,
is exactly why I suggest we need
You
to take
know.
Maybe it's like a funnel kind of thing. You put a soul through it and it reduces the positive energy, you know?
something like that. Which is why I
Yeah,
suggest
like a funnel.
we take this thing to the Silver Flame and let them figure it out.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
So the
Yes.
crystal.
Check.
Okay, so
Yes, bring something horrible to a religious institution. That's never gone wrong in history before.
Well, what else do
Hey,
you
it's,
suggest I should do it? Because
Smash.
smashing things doesn't solve problems.
It does when you smash the right things.
We don't know if this is the right thing. I don't know what this thing is. And between you and I don't know about you, but anything that is what could possibly be solidified necromantic energy is not something to be smashing. I'll take this opportunity to do that religion check, even though I've got nothing for it.
okay, yeah, maybe you hear some of your colleagues in the church discussing something like that. Well,
Okay, well then, yeah. Let's go and speed this up. All right, let's something like this. I don't want to leave at a branch location. Do we have like an actual like head charm based church of the Silver Flame
yes,
headquarters?
you have one. You have a cathedral of the Silver Flame in the Middle Wards. I think it's the
Because
Middle Wards.
I want to do this by the book, and
Yeah, the seven towers.
more importantly, I want to try and get this thing into some type of containment before we have it shipped off for identification.
Okay, so just walking towards the elevator to get out of the cox, and you are passing through the plaza in which you have stopped the fight between the Warforged workers and the human workers.
Wait. We can't take the stagecoach. I mean the sky coach.
You can because you are underground.
Oh, right.
We need to
Never
go
mind.
up to the coach.
You are going towards the elevator to get out of this place and get into the sky coach.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
And while you're doing that, and
Ugh.
does anyone have more than 13 in basic perception?
Like
I'm at exactly
Hold on, let me see.
13.
You have
14.
exactly 13. I think
perception.
that's enough.
Passive wisdom perception, like I do.
Oh, let me roll.
Okay, so you're walking down the plaza, and Emily, you see some red hair popping up out of this building.
Ah, fuck. He's back, guys.
And he manages to never actually be able to hide, even with a +10 to stealth.
Wait, who's back? Hammer?
I point
Oh,
over there and
fuck.
say, the assassin. And I imagine that means roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck God.
Now that I think about it, Jono, you weren't here for that particular combat, were you?
What session was it?
The second one.
Ooh, no, I wasn't there, no.
So yeah, you have there was a professional assassin that was sent against Maril Dikanit, and you have fought him once and win.
We threw him off a bridge.
You throw him off bridge, well,
And he
now
survived.
he's back.
Yeah, Jonah never met this asshole.
Yeah. So you guys threw him off a bridge, basically, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why? Why didn't you kill him? He's an
We
assassin,
tried
no?
by throwing him off the bridge. Well, actually, he was pushed off the bridge, and we were standing there throwing axes and javelins and firing magic at him.
Yes, until he eventually.
In the water.
No, he was like up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was like-
I see.
Yeah, Skybridge.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
This motherfucker.
I'll give you that we fell into the cliche of we kicked the bad guy off the cliff, but we didn't see the actual dead body. But to
No,
be
you
fair,
Okay.
you
to
We
be
actually
saw
fair,
that
ran
we saw
away.
that he saved himself. It's just like, okay, fuck it, let's run.
Yeah, you are
Got
not
thro-
precisely in condition to continue fighting that match. You are also wounded,
Let's see if we can
so
finish him
you
off this
take it.
time.
You take it as a picture, as a victory that day.
now it's
You
time
should
for round two.
Yeah,
dropped a big ass rock on him.
Or maybe this time knock him off the bridge into some lava.
yeah. Actually, if you knock him out of this reach, he will die.
Like,
Absolutely.
he comes back from that shit somehow.
Okay, if we're doing combat again, I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Since we level,
See.
I got access to level 2 spell slots. Do I have those spell slots right now or no?
No, you still don't have access to the spells because you didn't complete long rest.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
No, no, sorry. I will give you a video game level up. You have a full recovery in this case.
So full health as well.
Yes, on full health as well.
Okay.
Everyone has full house.
Nope,
Uh,
not yet.
So I can go. Okay, so Shack Slash is seriously with bad luck.
Oh,
And Shona, you are first.
all right.
You
So
see this man in the roof of this house, and you see on the roof of this house a warforged, one sort of Frankensteinian warforged.
Alright, so which one's the assassin? It's
Yeah, this one is the assassin.
this one? Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Alright, can I directly see this motherfucker with my fight or no?
Yeah, you can.
Alright, is he like? Well, what's he doing right now? Is he like being threatening, or is he like about to get hit
He
someone?
was hiding, but when Emily calls him out, he prepares to jump and attack.
Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna start mental shanking him with my psionic knives.
Perfect.
Oh, give me one second. Roll. Well, that's a bad roll right there.
Okay, you throw a secret blade and you say, that was a warning shot.
I got a second one. Hold on.
Yeah, you can throw it.
18.
The second one hits for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Emily.
Emily is going to point at Jack Slash and say, "Come down here, motherfucker," and she is going to blast him. 20 to hit.
Ugh.
You hit him.
For 8 fire damage.
Decent damage.
And I guess Zabel will walk over here. Actually, he's on a roof right now, so Zabel can't do
Yes.
shit. Never mind.
Okay, so Hariel.
all right, going to do the usual MO. Actually, this time I'm going to burn my spell scroll bless, so I can preserve spell slots. So everybody else, you got that D4.
Cool.
Nice.
This creature over here jumps down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Huh.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, it's not particularly smart, so she will punch a sliver 2 times. 15 fails,
Miss.
and 20 hits.
Hits.
And it's 16 points of damage. Jack Slash sees the opportunity and will throw a dagger. Right? Oh no, it's outside. He will have to move. He will move 1, 2, 3 acrobatics, 4, 5. She will throw a dagger at Sliver.
She? Okay.
Miss.
Okay, so after he does that, he will take an inaction and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he will run through here. Sliver.
I'd like to rage.
That's a good idea.
So, and then I'm gonna smack the flesh golem with reckless attack.
Perfect. You hit him for 18 damage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go again.
16
Bonk, bonk.
damage. Shona.
Is this fountain obscuring my view to hit this guy?
No.
Okay, so I'm just gonna rinse and repeat. Try him with my daggers.
Perfect.
Give me 1 sec. Okay, first one and then second one.
You hit him once for 9 points of damage.
This would activate my back like sneak attack, right? Or no?
No, because you don't have any ally close to him and you are not hidden.
Okay, gotcha.
You can try to hide before you attack to have this, and
Okay, gotcha.
to hide behind.
All right. Yeah, gotcha.
So, Emily.
Emily is going to. This fella looks like the other crazed warforged we saw the other day, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I think it's good to focus fire. So I'm gonna walk over here, give him a poke on the nose. 26 and 10.
26. You hit him, and 10 you hit him.
Mm,
And you do
9
points
and
of damage.
9. And Zabel will walk over and gazap him.
Perfect.
Boop. For 8 to hit.
Oh, sorry, 8. He's easy to hit, but not that.
Not that easy.
So, next will be Hariel.
Okay, to maximize versatility and also to get Emily behind me because she's carrying the precious cargo. I'm going to move right here and attack with my longsword.
Hit him. It's a poke.
Hey
And
man,
you
hey
fail.
man, I got 8 damage. That's quite a bit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will throw a dagger at Hariel for 20 damage.
Was not able to ting that dagger. Whoo boy.
And finally, he will use his cunning action to move again, this time behind this.
Yeah, I forgot I have cunning actions too. I haven't.
Yeah. Those things are pretty useful. I forgot the strange warforged will now hit. It's not smart enough to know who to hit, so 1d4, starting with Emily and going down. He will hit Sabel.
Wonderful. That's her job.
First slam.
Easy hit.
And second slam.
Does not hit.
Perfect.
Right. And where's her hit point bar, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. I will put him.
Okay.
HP there.
Cool.
And she was full health, so that was Jack Slash Sliver.
Well, I'm gonna hit the. Do I get flanking on the Warforged?
He was he was hitting at Saval, so yes, you do.
Let's just check. Right, great weapon master, and I'm gonna attack at him. 19 minus 5 is 14.
You hit him
For 25.
25. You hit him like a truck.
I'm gonna hit again.
You hit
9.
No. Yeah, you actually hit him. It has 9 points of AC for some reason. And you totally obliterate him.
God damn.
Holy shit.
So, Shona.
Is he hiding?
Wait. I still have my movement.
Oh, yeah. You still have your move.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like run up right next to Jack Slash, trying to basically hold him down for you guys.
Perfect. In that case, Shona.
So, is he blocking?
Yes.
Is he hiding behind this thing?
This statue in the middle is higher than he is. He's a halfling.
Oh, he's a halfling. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so go. So, question: if I wanted to handcuff this guy, that would be an athletics check, right?
Yes, an opposite athletics check against his acrobatics or athletics.
I'm gonna go over here, and I like to.
In this moment, you have sneak attack because you have an ally close.
Okay, I see. Can I? I'm gonna set my Psionic knives into like non-damage mode, so I can knock the fuck this guy out.
Not little. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my daggers, like I always do. Right.
13, you fail. And
Second time. Oh!
23, you hit with a critic. So you roll your sneak attack damage and your normal damage twice.
Okay, gotcha. Give me a second. Sneak. Okay, so sneak and slashing right there.
Yeah.
I rolled it.
So you will have a 30 points of damage.
God damn.
36 points of damage.
Holy shit.
You stab her in the back of the neck, and you hear a scream of pain coming out of his mouth. Emily.
Okay.
Scrambling his brain.
Emily is going to point at him and say, "You are not getting away a second time." And she is going to, rather than actually using Zabel. She's gonna pull out some like bottle of liquid. She's gonna what's it called, like pour it on her hammer, and she's going to charge him.
Okay.
And
Well-
I am going to cast Branding Smite and bonk him on the head twice.
Okay, your first attack fails,
Alright, 10 and 18 to hit.
but your second attack hits.
Alright, he takes 17 damage, and he can't fucking leave.
Wait, what?
Basically, I hit him with my hammer, and you're gonna see like a fucking giant red arrow appear above his head, and now he can't stealth.
Yes, hit. Yeah.
I
It basically looks like the hunter's mark from WoW.
thought it was like the giant question mark in every RPG.
Something like that.
So, Ariel,
How's he looking right now?
he's looking almost dead.
Okay. I'm gonna move into position here, just in case anything happens, and I'm going.
That's on top of the fountain, though.
Yeah, you will have.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, not a big deal.
I guess Jonah can take advantage of sneak attack being next to me like that. All right, and then from there, okay, I'll take another swing at him.
Perfect.
Because if he's near death, actually, do we want to try and take him in alive?
Ideally.
Nope.
I'm trying to do that. Yeah,
Ideally.
Yeah.
Okay,
basically.
then I'm not going to attack. I'm going to cast command. See if that oh, that just gives me an extra another creature effect. Cast that first level.
Ooh, come on.
So wisdom saving throw against DC 14.
Okay, let's see. Save. No.
Woo.
And
This-
it's just one word, but especially for Emily, you can feel like the vocals like emanating in the bones because it's being backed by magical power as I just say halt.
And Jack Slash stays completely still.
well, Chad move right there, you know?
Yeah.
I'll stop.
He is unable to move, and so is Sliver.
Now we can
I'm
tie him
still
up.
raging, so I'm gonna smack him.
Okay, so I hope.
And I have advantage, right?
Yes.
Uh,
yeah.
Okay.
And you fail the first attack, and you definitely hit the second one. And he falls to the ground, dying. You
It's just
hit him
15
with the
damage.
sword,
Just
you open his chest, and he falls. He's bleeding out, but he's still alive. So if any one of you have some healing magic or a healing skill, you could try to stabilize him.
I'm going to motion to Jonah to lock him up first before any of us even takes those type of actions.
Alright, I'm gonna handcuff this motherfucker.
Good idea.
Alright, I'm gonna handcuff him.
Nice.
Alright, there we go. I'll lock it.
All right, and now that he's secure, I'll go and use lay on hands on him.
Perfect. Well, you stabilize him, and you can get out of the cogs with not just the book, but also the one of the cloak.
point of order here.
What?
Do we really want to bring this assassin back to House Beneath, where his target is?
We are not bringing him
I
to
mean-
House Beneath. We're bringing him somewhere where we can interrogate him.
And where exactly would that be?
That abandoned storage place we found, probably?
Good idea.
But we're laden with lots of crap that we wanted to bring back to House Beneath to sell
You bring
or
the stuff back
safekeep.
to House Beneath. Me and or Jonah and me will interrogate the guy.
So this boogeyman, this Jack the Ripper version, you're gonna be alone in a. All right.
Or
I'd
we
say
just
it-
interrogate. Well, if the car ride's gonna take a while, we can just talk to him in the car. There's room.
Yeah.
I
Or we can rent out.
I don't want to keep in mind that Emily, we should really make sure the stuff you have gets to where it needs to go. I agree with Sliver up to a point where we definitely should do, if we're going to be getting information from Jack, we need to do it in a secure location, and we need to be as prepared as possible, because
How about we just
should not underestimate it.
Why don't we just let them know what's happening?
Please.
Like, we arrive at House Beneath, we let them know, hey, we have a fucking assassin. Can you move his target and get us a secure room? That seems like the
But at that
exact
po-
sort of thing House Beneath could do.
No, the House Beneath wouldn't, because they would never bring an assassin into the house with the target. If we tell, like, hey, move the target, he knows for a fact that the target is in the house, and if he has any sort of like backup or contingency, it'll take place. It would be better if we moved Jack Slash to like the Silver Flame, because they probably have torture chambers, right?
Then let's go to the Silver
I,
Flame.
I'm offended at the fact that you implied that the Church of the Silver Flame has torture chambers in this day and age.
Oh,
But
you call them enhanced interrogation chambers.
Can we not
Harry's just
insult the church right now? That doesn't sound like it's going to help us.
Listen,
Harry's
I
going
just
to die theatrically. Hey Lucas,
Yes.
I know we're in a deserted place, but if there's ever a time to bring them in, is there any way that I can get a direct line to the Argentinium so we can actually get
Yes.
a not a clandestine?
Yes, you have.
You want to rendition him?
wait. What we want to do? You want to bring to the church, inaugurate them to the church, basically, or what are you trying to do, man?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Ah,
you actually know that there are two basic ways to get in touch with the Argentum. One is actually going to a particular confession booth in the cathedral, but there is a secondary place because, well, you need to have contingencies. There is a abandoned orphanage that's used as a safe house for the Argentum. If you go there, you have a communication stone inside that you can use to call reinforcement. And you
okay.
actually have enhanced integration rooms in there.
Hey, I just said I was just offended at the Church of the Silver Flame. I didn't say anything about the other organization associated with it. In any case, in character, Harry's going to turn to all of you and ask you all point blank. And tell you all point blank. I have an idea on where we can safely keep Jack, interrogate him, and not put any of our particulars in any type of immediate danger. But this is a very strong but. I need you all to not reveal anything. I know we've only worked together for a short time, so I don't think I have all of your trust on this. But I am asking you to trust me this one time.
What's this big thing we don't like? We aren't supposed
For
to tell.
for everything you've done for us, Harriel, you have my full trust.
Ariel's looking
I mean,
at Sliver right now since he's not saying anything.
I don't think you're ever going to get his trust, but that's just kind of how some people are.
You have his trust, absolutely. He very much go by the Henry the Fifth, I think it is, the one who says like, if you bleed with me, you're my brother, kind of thing. But yeah, he's on board. Like saving or keeping Meryl the Kenneth is still his primary objective, so to speak. Absolutely. If we can move this excrement to a safe spot without endangering or exposing his primary, fine.
Okay, so Lucas,
Yeah.
I want whether we walk. Actually, no, we can't really walk because we got him all tied up.
I
We
can
go
carry
by
him.
please do. uh, we go by Sky Coach, and since I'm the one driving, I'll drive on. And I want to drive to that abandoned orphanage.
Perfect.
As we
And
put him down in the coach, I look up over my shoulder and tells Fireball that this was the one who killed his slave. Have at it.
Firewall will walk on Jack Slash and pee on his hair.
while we hear the sounds of feline violence in the backseat, we're on our way over to the house, to the abandoned orphanage.
Perfect.
Harry, as she's driving, uh,
The
Harry
one
says to you all, so nominally, I work for the Church of the Sacred Flame. I work with them, and I still partake of the day-to-day stuff. But in all actuality, I'm not one of the major clergy members, at least not anymore. Due to some incidents, I was asked to make a choice, and the choice was between being excommunicated or taking up another position. tell me, do any of you know of the Argentinium?
I'm not much of a fan of religious groups, so I can't tell you for sure. You know.
I'm
Is it
faithful of
history or
them,
religion?
but I've never heard that term before. No.
Should Sliver know it due to his work as like with Torland?
Yeah, you actually know that the Silver Flame has an intelligence brand.
All right.
You don't know a lot about it. You know that they call themselves the Argentinium, and you know that they use retired members of different of the church and of the military.
So I just nod. Essentially, I don't have any information. I just nod.
Yeah, you know that they exist, and you know that they are very secretive, even for an intelligence agent. They deny their existence entirely.
When Harriel sees your reactions, she'll nod quietly towards Sliver. But for Jonah and Emily's benefit, the Argentinium it's a research organization of sorts, working at the behest of the Silver Flame. And they keep track of certain things on a magical or religious level that are worth keeping note of in case certain things happen.
So I think I get what you're saying. So you're one of those. You're like those those books where they keep sacred artifacts in a way.
Ariel nods.
Oh well, we got something of a fiction thing here. I did not know that, Ariel. I thought it was all fiction and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Which is why I kept this to myself. My mission was more or less to observe and collect information through my contact in regards to certain things going on within Sharn. And as she says this, she looks towards Emily and says, and one of the things that ended up coming under my purview was Merrick.
Interesting.
Where we're going to right now is one of our safe houses. I can get in touch with the Argentinium there, and it is a clandestine location that is only known to members of the Argentinium currently in Charm. And now the three of you. Once we're done with Jack, I'll be able to get in touch with my contact and have the necessary authorities take Jack away. And this way, we can keep Jack away from any sensitive things, so to speak.
Sounds useful. Cutting off any loose ends.
Yes, loose ends. And you see when Ariel says this, her mouth like firms up in a thin line, as if it's just a tad bit distasteful. If any of you have any questions, I can try and answer to the best of my ability, but I would ask to keep in mind that there's only so much I can divulge.
Oh, of course. You gotta keep things on the hush side. You know what I mean? You can't exactly expose the entire inner circle.
Fair enough. Do sky coaches have like rear view mirrors?
They are. There's not enough traffic yet to justify that invention.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But they're fairly open anyway, so you can just turn your
Yeah.
head.
Well, yeah.
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 Part
That's
of
what
the
that's
idea
what I
of
was asking.
the part of the idea of the rear view mirror is to not have to turn your head and stop looking into the front of you. But
I wanted to ask for flavor. Harry will briefly take her eyes off the road and just give a glance over to Emily and Sliver in case they have any questions to ask.
Sliver's just like kind of cheering on Fireball, peeing all over Jack Slash.
Oh, that's gotta stink.
yes,
Yeah, pungent right there.
Emily's
yes,
actually mostly interested in like looting the shit out of him because he had a magic dagger that she wants.
okay, that's a very good point.
You can ransack him now, man.
You start to ransack him,
Hey man, my
and
character's greedy as fuck.
you see that he has two magic items on him. One, it's +1 leather armor,
Ooh.
and you see one of the daggers,
I take the dagger.
but you don't see the other one.
Do I remember how this works?
You remember that he used the daggers to teleport to the location of the other dagger.
Right. I have an idea, but I think it's gonna be dumb.
What is it?
I
Are you
activate the
saying this
dagger.
out loud? Oh
Oh
God.
fuck.
Bye, Emily.
Where the fuck am I?
You activated?
Well, the fact that you're saying that makes me not want to, but I already said it, so.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Uh,
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
He dropped it
Oh
next to
god.
the lava, so now Emily teleports right over the lava and blooms.
no.
I mean, there are worse
no.
ways to die.
Yeah, there are.
You're a Warforged. It's gonna take a while for you
I'm a
to melt.
cyborg. I'm a cyborg, thank you very much.
Yeah,
So
half Warforged.
Emily disappears,
Oh fuck.
and let's give me a second.
Okay. If I need to
Well,
re-roll a new
Oh.
character, I can re-roll a new character. Completely understandable.
We keep look on Zabel. If she goes boom, then we know what happened.
There you go.
Uh,
Zabella's
Oh.
is my life
Was
ring.
that
you appear.
wait? Was that teleportation quiet by any chance?
Yes.
Oh, great. So I don't know what's happening because I'm too busy driving. Oh boy.
You disappear and appear in a study.
A study.
Yeah, it's a small but quite luxurious place. You have a desk with the dagger. You are holding in your right hand. You have the dagger that you use to teleport, and you find that your left hand is on another dagger that's on a desk. Right next to that desk, there is a crystal ball, and looking at that crystal ball, you see a man looking at you, quite surprised.
Do I recognize this man?
Yes, you recognize him from the suspects ward.
Oh
You
shit, it's
recognize
Merrick's.
him. Yeah,
Oh fuck.
Alright, I think
you
I'm just gonna
recognize
bonk him on the head. For a thing I do.
you recognize two figures actually. One is Merrix,
Oh.
and next to him is Sigurd Kessler,
Fuck.
Do I recognize who
the
Sigurd
the
Kessler
priest
is?
of the priest of the house of blood of the blood of Ball that was a friend of Merrix Tiganit. So you are about to bonk him in the head. So
Didn't we just kill like one of Sigurd Kessler's like daughters or something? Wasn't she also
yes,
named? Lovely.
yes.
Cool, well, I'm dead.
Bye, Emily.
Boy.
What?
Boy.
Yeah, you got the kill shot even.
I was not
I
expecting
will,
this
I will
of
consider
anything.
I will consider the first round to be no. You have to roll initiative because it's a surprise to everybody.
What the fuck?
I will actually give you the advantage that it's more of a surprise for them than it is for you. You are teleporting into a random location. They are not expecting anyone to just teleport inside. So you have a free bonk
Alright.
versus Merrix.
So I can. Oh, yeah, he's on a crystal ball, is he?
No. They are looking at the crystal ball, and you are teleporting. They were looking at the crystal ball, and they have the dagger to teleport inside the house. Then to teleport someone to house they need a stronghold. That was the plan. The secondary plan. But when you teleport to them, they were looking at the crystal ball to check out the progress of the dagger. So you are in a room with Kessler and Merrick, so you can bonk Merrix in the head.
Honestly, I figure I'm probably dead at this point, and bonking him isn't going to do any lasting damage, so I'm just going to smash the ball, honestly. That's probably going to fuck him over more.
I think you should just start running, man.
Is there an obvious escape, or am I completely dead? Because I'm feeling I'm completely dead here.
Give me a perception check.
Alright.
Is there a window?
Because the place
Perception.
is not a fortress, it's actually a house. So
Yeah, window, and you get a Featherfall token, right?
yeah.
Is there a way out of here? 19?
You see a window.
Can I see where it leads?
The window. You are doing this during the night or during the day?
Whatever time we were when we were at the fortress.
Yeah, I think it's a day. I think it was still daytime.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still daytime, so you cannot see through the window. it has some sort of tincture to prevent the sunlight to come in.
Okay, well, if there's a window, then I guess I'm gonna fucking jump out of it, because I can't fucking fight these two at once.
Okay, so you are going to try to jump through the window, and Kessler will try to grab you before you jump through the window. So it will be you can use acrobatics or athletics
Two things I'm not good
versus
at.
athletics.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Now,
Hot damn!
nice. He's a vampire, and he has +4 strength. Oh, yeah, I need to. Sorry, 1 minute strength. Normal rolls, and you actually dodge the hand of Kessler and jump through the window.
Fuck
Uh,
you!
as you jump through the window, Merrix will now he will not follow you, but he will try to hit you with his best. Give me a second. I didn't have stats for him, but I will use a mage at least for this. You start to fall through the city. You are quite high. You actually notice that you are falling not from the city, but from the clouds above the city.
Wonderful. Can I tell where the fuck in the city I am as I'm falling to my death?
You're on top of the middle ward.
Oh shit, these daggers have a long fucking range.
Yeah.
Alright,
He will try to hit you with a fireball as you fall because, well, he's angry at you.
well, I'm
And
flipping
he
them
will
off as I fall.
cast it as level 5.
Wonderful.
Well, it's 26 of damage, and you can try a DC 14 dexterity save to halve the damage. But I think
Only a
that
19.
you dodged the fireball, only 13 damage. I
13,
didn't
okay.
expect you to be alive, but you're falling. Do you try to get to some place in particular?
Uh, I
Or
mean,
just dying?
can I aim? Do I see the house beneath the enclave that we're heading towards?
Uh,
Kind of fall in that direction.
you actually, it's you can try to do that, but you will need to make an acrobatics check 15 DC to dodge the first part of the because it's not in the upper city, it's in the middle city. So you will have to dodge a few breaches.
Wonderful. Acrobatics
are you
check, you
gonna
said?
Yes, it's an acrobatics check
All these things I'm
to control
terrible
your
at. That's a
people.
7.
Yeah, well, you try to do that, but eventually you are about to hit a breach, and
are you
your
gonna are you gonna
spell
activate
slot
your feather
activates.
fall?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
you
is why I have one more spell slot left. I'm saving this for specifically this reason.
well, you cast fall, and you fall onto the one breach. You notice a lot of people looking at you, like some are scared and actually run away. Some look at you like slightly amused. One of them calls the guards.
I also would like to call the guards. I need
Oh,
help.
you okay? So a group of guards approaches you, looks at your clothes, and say, "We would like to see your papers."
Mate, you're gonna want to see a lot more than my papers, and I'm gonna go with them.
Okay, so you're taken down to Sword Point Garrison
Ooh, yeah.
in the Middle Guards. While
I think the better question is who in the van is going to react to Emily just disappearing.
yeah, that's
I
on the other side of things.
Yeah, well, I said I have a dumb idea that I just finished.
Emily says that she had a dumb idea and then disappeared from the sky coach.
I think. But who's sitting? Oh, where's everyone sitting? I know
I'm in
Harriel's
the driver's
driving.
seat.
Right.
Driver's seat is behind everybody, isn't it? So basically, you would have full view over
Oh,
what's
actually,
happening.
because it's made like a miniature boat, so you are
So wait,
actually when you drive, you are in the back of the.
Oh,
You don't drive
uh,
from the front; you drive from the back of the sky coach.
oh, I was mistaken. I thought that it was like
No,
so
no, no.
weird
I
as
was
playing coach.
confused too, but now that Sliver mentioned it, that Bardenak mentioned it, it's true. It's a boat, so you have the steering wheel in the back. So you see Emily disappear.
Ariel takes a very deep breath, what just happened?
What? Wait, what happened?
It, I was dancing before, but now I'm not. Did, wasn't she just touching Jack and looking at where did Emily go, guys? She was right there.
I'm just holding
Just
my
go.
face in my hands and go, Emily did an Emily.
Oh, the fuck.
Hey, you guys were standing next to her. Did you see what she was trying to do before she said, "I'm going to try something stupid"?
You actually saw her take with Jack Slash dagger in her hands.
And actually, we actually saw all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we weren't. I don't think we were able to use our Arcana check before because we were in combat. Okay. So Hariel went and threw the dagger that has the ability to teleport its thrower to wherever it may be, and it's been several minutes and she has not reappeared. So, oh boy, Sliver, humor me for a second. How big is
Yeah.
Sharm?
It's like 8,000 feet by 8,000 feet. Then you have, elevation as well, so big.
Big. Yeah,
Boy.
There's
it's
a
huge.
lot of places where she could be.
Make a perception check. It's hard. You get a 20, but there's a fireball exploding someplace in the sky. You may hear it.
You said perception. Okay, one second.
I'll do a perception check too with him.
Yeah, yeah. You can all try. If anyone has a 20 at least, you hear the distant explosion.
Jonah, thank you.
Well, Shona, you have big ears, so it makes sense. You
That's
I'm
hear
very
a
stereotyping.
perceptive.
very distant explosion. In normal circumstances, you will say, "Oh, life in Sharn." But now you say, like, "Okay, Emily disappears, and like 6 seconds later, something explodes in the sky."
Joe's gonna sit up and say, guys, I think I know which area she might fall, and he's gonna point to the explosion in the sky.
Oh boy.
Oh boy,
Uh,
yeah.
everybody, hold on. Sliver, that includes holding on to Jack. We don't want him to fall.
Joe's gonna put his seatbelt on.
I just like
Yeah,
put my foot on like Jack's. I'm sitting down and just like reach over with a foot and push his Jack Slash against the railing.
perfect.
I'm going to spin the wheel hard and turn it to the direction of the explosion.
Give me a vehicles check. You can use dexterity or wisdom.
I think I have it proc to wisdom because I am proficient in that. So
Perfect.
Oh,
Okay.
23.
Ta-da!
So you actually managed to you experience first for the first time the top speed of this sky coach, and it's quite faster than the average. You actually have to some trouble to maintain even a straight course. It's like it's all the time the winds try to push the sky coach in different directions, and it takes quite some skill. But eventually you get the hand of it, and you reach the high wards, the place that is called the Granite Halls shop. It's a shopping district, and you see a big commotion and a lot of guards surrounding a
one
small
second.
girl
Did,
with a very big hammer.
wait. Did you say lower wards or high wards?
High ward, sorry.
You're
Oh,
showing lower ward.
Oh yeah, my bad. Upper one. So you will be in the sorry. Oh no, you Star Wars District. Yeah, you will be in the Mitral Towers residential.
okay.
Oh,
Uh,
is that the big building I fell from?
no, no, you fell from even upper in the air. I will just point the vertical version of Sharn.
Oh
You
shit,
have
he lives in
all
the
of Sharn,
Skyway.
and you have Skyway. The buildings built atop a magical cloud.
Huh.
So you fell from there until you eventually reach the highest tower, the Mitral Tower Wealthy Residential. So you're in there, and it's actually close to the house the need stronghold. It's slightly above it, and you see a bunch of guards surrounding this girl that you recognize as Emily.
I'm like telling Harry'll just like aim us down there.
Hold on. Swing the wheel again and aim it down and aim it downward. I'm not going to ram people, but we are going to bring the Sky Coach in as close as possible because
Well, you bring the Sky
Yeah, next
Coach
to the bridge.
like in front of the group of guards. The guards, some of them point the crossbows at you. You see that they are quite scared because they are not used to violence in this district. It's like, yeah, they are trained, but they are trained to catch pickpocketers, and to look nice in uniform, not to fight.
Yeah. I grab Jonah by the back of his trench coat and just put him in front of Jack Slash. I jump off the Sky Coach in front of the guards, and I produce my House of the Neath seal and try to go like, she's with me.
They look at each other, try to make a persuasion or intimidation check, depending on your tone.
No, I'm just like saying it's. I'm not trying to intimidate them.
Oh, yeah.
never mind.
Okay. They look at each other, and
What?
you can see
Oh
that
boy! Oh boy!
most of them, they look at the officer, and the officer looks at you with a face of pure relief, like, oh, really didn't want to have anything to do with this in the first place. So yeah, take her.
Quintessential. It's
I-
a
I- I
quintessential.
walk-
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
his
Now
role.
above my pay grade.
Yeah.
I walk up to Emily, grab like her shoulder, like pushing her forward, and as I'm like trying to help her up into the Sky Coach, I smack her in the back of the head.
So you do care about me, Sliver.
You can help me protect Mariel.
Way ahead of you. Guess who I just found?
Oh boy!
You really want to tell me when I'm just said I slapped you in the back of the head? I might punch you.
No, it's a good thing.
I'm just saying, I might punch you if you tell me that you actually teleported into the dragon's lair, so to speak.
I mean, it wasn't intentional, but at least we know where he lives. That's helpful, right?
We don't know that he lives there. It might be like the vampires. So we don't know.
We have evidence. I saw evidence of him consorting with the fucking House of Bull. This is perfect.
And that's not illegal.
Yeah, they have a church in the city even.
Wait, what? House of Bull isn't illegal?
No,
No, it's a faith.
it's a fate. You
Yeah,
can,
but aren't they like fucking necromancers and shit?
yes,
Yeah, but that's not illegal.
That's not
the
illegal?
only legal thing is to use a corpse without its family's authorization.
Okay, it's
Consent?
evidence then. It's evidence.
It's evidence that they are consulting with the host of blood. Yeah, that's not illegal on itself.
It's hearsay at the very least.
Okay, I didn't expect to go there, okay? I was expecting to get teleported back to, like, the warehouse or something.
Hey, Jonah, is there like a foghorn equivalent on the Sky Coach?
I don't think Jonah knows. So let me look around.
Wait, no, Lucas. I'm just finding this so hilarious. Is there like a horn equivalent on the Sky Coach?
Sorry, I didn't understand it.
Is there
Is
like
there like a horn?
Yeah, it makes sense.
cool?
I,
Otherwise, you can just make like, hey, Sliver, like roar.
Alright, Jonah's gonna honk the horn.
Okay, fine, I'm coming. I found a
If
magic
you-
dagger.
So
All of you get on the boat. We will discuss this later. Just get on the boat. Get on the boat.
I have never. Emily has never seen Harriel this upset before, so she gets on the boat.
You got on the boat, and then you proceed to get back to the
On course.
orphanage.
the abandoned orphanage in some nondescript part of town.
Yeah, perfect. So you get down. You have both daggers now.
Cool. That was definitely worth it.
I still can't believe
Jesus.
that you have survived.
I didn't expect to.
You,
A lot of luck right there. A lot of luck.
yes.
So much luck.
So Emily, where the
And you have to take in the fact that vampires are not proficient in athletics.
Neither am I.
Well,
it was an even test, basically.
yes. Well, no. The vampire has a +4 in strength against her +2 in dexterity, so
Jesus.
it was less than even.
Well, the important thing is Emily is safe and did not inadvertently die from the big bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that we're here at the orphanage, nondescript orphanage of which Harry will rush everybody in while making sure nobody's looking. Once everybody's inside, the first thing she's going to do, which is a little bit uncharacteristic of her, but she's going to look Emily over real quick, and then she's going to give you a hug.
I
And you
am unsure of how to react to a hug, so I am very surprised, but I will. Emily kind of robotically responds. It is clear she is not used to contact.
and after a couple of seconds of that, bonk on the head as she walks over to Sliver, and I'm hoping Sliver's also looking at Emily with like parental anger, like why would you do such a thing? Why?
Why are you mad at me? Sliver does bullshit all the time.
Yeah, but I get out of it without like jumping into
And I was
unseen
fine.
places.
I
Sort
didn't know
of.
where it was gonna go.
Yeah.
You're not
I
my
am not
real
looking at-
dad.
I'm not looking at Emily in any way like parental like disappointment. I am just like Emily did Emily things.
I'm allowed
Why
to be
would
a
we
little.
expect anything else?
I'm allowed to be a little bit chaotic.
Oh, you're character. Yes, I love this entire moment of it. Getting back into character. Emily, that's not the point. The point is you did it when we were God's Silver Flame knows how many miles up in the air. You didn't know where that dagger was going.
Science isn't about why, it's about why not.
And for the record, if it wasn't for Jonah, who heard whatever that explosion was, of which she still have to congratulations for you using a fireball to announce your location, because I don't know where any of us would be able to figure out. We would have been stuck searching God knows how large Sharn for you. Well, clue in the world. For all we know, that dagger could have brought you over to a different continent.
Emily has already pressed the mute button on her ears, so she is not paying attention to any of this.
I'm perfectly fine with this.
Okay. Have inspiration,
Jonas is-
Ariel, for the emotional outburst. It was perfect.
Jonas is smoking, watching what's happening.
After 30 seconds of it, Ariel finally calms down and gets it out of her system. Can you Emily, you can't read lips, can you?
I probably can read lips.
Oh, good, because this would have been more awkward. Where did you end up getting teleported to, though?
I have something better for you. And Emily is going to she's going to kind of reach into one of her arms. She's kind of like grab her wrist. She's going to like dislocate her own wrist. And she's going to pull out what is basically like a large sheet of paper. She's going to press a few buttons on it. And she's basically going to like, what's it called? Like press a few buttons on her head. And she's basically just going to project what she saw out of her eyes onto like a makeshift film board, basically. Because I assume my eyes are just cameras.
Wow.
Assuming you'll let me pull that bullshit off.
You have this, yeah, the equivalent to prestidigitation of Tinker. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm basically gonna ghetto a movie theater and basically show them exactly what I saw with Merrick's talking with the House of Vol, them attempting to kill me, and me flipping them off.
Wow. Is it like POV?
It's not like 1080p video or anything, but it's
No,
like
I mean like point of view.
absolutely.
Point of view.
It's out of my
Like hard
eyes.
stop Henry. All right.
I guess we're a little bit away from getting everything in 4K.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
I can't afford that level of augmentation quite yet.
We're 2009 YouTube quality right now.
There you go. It's at least 480p.
Okay, so
He's working with them.
Is that Merrick's or Sasquatch?
It's Merrick's.
Yeah.
I installed my own eyes. I'm sorry, my don't have as good quality as you do.
This is Hario's actually a little doesn't have any words. The fact that you basically ran into Merrick's and Sigur.
Like I said, evidence.
Oh,
Is
that's a
this how
major
you
look
see
right
the world?
Yes.
That's why you miss so much.
Oh, excuse me.
Emily, you need glasses or contact lenses.
It's 480p. It's fine. I need better optics, which is why I need money, which is why we need to sell all this stuff. But that's besides the point.
Emily's right. That is besides the point. The point of the matter is, yeah, we've spent all this time just following bits and pieces of the trail, and Emily literally landed. Wait, okay, so you ran into Maris and ran to Segura, but I can't tell where this is.
It was right up in the middle of the skyway. I could probably show out the building exactly. I imagine it was probably the main House Kneath building, though.
From the looks of it, it'll probably have a broken window if you look at it.
I mean, yeah, we could probably go up there right now, but they'd probably start shooting at us.
Yeah.
What does the showing actually show? It just shows them being in a room together. That is not illegal.
It shows them
This
being
do-
in a room together. It shows them associating with each other,
Yeah,
spying
but
on
that's not
us, and
illegal.
trying to kill me.
Did it actually
yeah.
show them spying on us, or did it just show them looking at a crystal
Well,
ball?
I can assume they were spying on us.
Yes,
Can you zoom?
assumption.
Well, I'm
Can you
not
zoom
an
in on the
officer.
crystal ball?
Okay, how much detail is there in my eye recording? Was I able to see?
Yeah,
Let's see. I will make the 20 check. It will be a luck roll.
Just
See
straight
if you were
D20?
lucky enough to have a straight 20.
Alright, cool. That's a 9.
Yeah, you managed them to see the fact that they were watching a sky coach through the crystal ball. The sky coach could be identified as yours, but you see it for a second before you start running away, jumping out of the window, and then you see an explosion. You have evidence that they have thrown a fireball at you, but you were inside their house, so legal.
This is evidence that you were trespassing rather than they were doing illegal shit.
It's evidence that when combined with other things, we can use against him.
do you have footage of it?
No.
You yourself? You have footage of yourself?
You did something
Helping?
illegal.
I
That means
used
that
a magic
whatever.
item. Activating a magic item is not illegal. Especially
No, but
activating a magic
you were
item.
trespassing.
I activated a magic
trespassed,
item
you
that was
destroyed a
used by an
window.
assassin.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. What if he planted it there? You cannot prove any of this. That's
Actually,
the problem.
the one thing that we can actually take from this is we have a location.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's the only thing that we can use from this. We cannot use this as evidence in
And
any
that
sort
Jack Slash
legal
was
sense.
connected to Merrick's.
Or he left it there so he could be transported in murder. Like this can be twisted very easily in the other way around.
I'm not a lawyer. My point is we should
Actually-
document everything we can.
Yeah, document everything. Just don't rely on this because this can be twisted around on you very easily.
Just keep it safe somewhere because it could
Yeah.
be used anyway. You know?
I've got at least like she will roll up the music thing and like I've got at least 3 years worth of memory up here, and she taps on her brain. I should be fine.
Okay.
I'm asking this both in character and out of character. To Emily's point, how rare of a dagger is the one Jack Slash is using with
It's
that specific effect?
You don't know about any other dagger that does the same thing.
Would that be a?
So that's a good point.
Would that be an insight check or something like that, or no?
You can
Or is it
make
like
an arcana or an
Investigation, right?
investigation.
Yeah.
Yes, you can make
Alright.
an arcana or investigation check, whichever you
I'll do
have
one.
to know something about this dagger.
Or hey, Emily, did you know? You say you run like a magic store? How rare are these daggers actually?
Do
Oh,
I
yeah,
know what
consider
type of
that you-
enchantment this is?
Consider that you have run a magic shop. You have advantage in your arcana check to
Cool.
see about this dagger.
That's a 20.
This dagger is actually probably a unique item. It could be reproduced, but you don't. It will be quite expensive. You know that this dagger used to belong to one of the heads of the Boromar clan. Shack Slash was one of his henchmen, but after some cases of inappropriate use of violence, the Boromar clan decided to execute Shack Slash. Shack Slash killed the Boromar clan boss and ran away with his dagger. So it's a one of a kind item.
But it's not the only one in existence.
It's the only one that you have ever heard about. Someone could replicate it if they have a copy of the original, but it will be
This is
quite
probably
weird.
the only one in Sharn.
Yeah, maybe the
Well,
only one.
there's two of them.
Well,
It's a
two.
pair.
Really?
They are a set. They are a set.
Is there a serial number or no?
It's not how magic items work, sadly.
This
I
dagger
I'm
have the two properties. One is that when you throw one dagger, you can teleport the dagger back to your hand, and the other thing is that you can teleport yourself to the dagger.
Okay, can you write that down? Because that sounds super handy.
Okay, I will put it in rewards.
Okay, so
Emily wants that on her hammer.
so while it's not direct proof to Sliver's point, why it's not direct proof, this dagger is unique enough, has a unique enough history that it's highly unlikely that we're dealing with a duplicate knife or a knife of a knife of a different history here. So there is some credence to Emily's point that Jack and Merrick are connected in some way
Well-
because of where how Emily came across the other dagger.
But that's the question. Did we see that in her recording, or did we just see her poof in there, holding one and holding the other?
I teleported to
like-
the second dagger, which was in their study.
Yeah, but you had to touch the second dagger. Could it just be that you teleported like automatically? We do. Like, here's the problem: we don't have any other information based solely upon the projection.
I'm not saying
we-
I'm not saying we go after Merrick's with just this information. I'm saying it's
No,
evidence we
but-
can add to
but
the pile.
Yeah, but I don't think that it's as strong a piece of evidence as you are thinking it is.
So we'll keep
Ba-
looking
based-
for evidence.
Yeah, let's not put this as a haha red-handed moment, because it isn't. They're two friends hanging out looking at people. If this was a laptop screen with porn, nobody would bat an eye. They were looking at publicly visible areas outside.
I
So
still think that's sus as fuck, but fair enough.
There's something else we need to consider here. Going by your recording here, Emily, you were only there for several moments. What, 20, 30 seconds? But
About that,
that was still enough time. In that time frame, you landed in this area somewhere in the skyway, jumped out a window, and somebody launched a fireball at. This sounds obvious, but considering the situation, how quickly would Merrick's recognize you?
I assumed he noticed me immediately, given we were working together. That's
you
probably
haven't
the reason
changed
he
your
fired me.
appearance at all.
I bought some new clothing.
But like you didn't give yourself a new haircut or anything.
Why would
you've
I
been
need to?
You've been walking
So-
around threatening this guy's life, and you're looking the same as when he knew you.
Yes,
Do you have a -1 to intelligence too?
I don't see the problem with
wisdom.
this. If
That
you
will
want,
be wisdom.
Yes. my character is not. My character is smart, but not that kind of smart.
So, looking at the worst case scenario here, you have inadvertently revealed to Merrick's that you are within touching distance of him, because we don't know what Merrick's is thinking in this moment, but from the way everything went down, he was surprised to see you there, correct?
From the looks of things, yes.
So he wasn't expecting he wasn't expecting anybody to come across there. Granted,
Probably
you
not.
just appeared, and you just said you haven't changed your appearance since you've worked with him, so you look just like you did before.
No,
Oh.
I don't think you're realizing this. Merrick's already knows I want to kill him. We've known that ever since we stopped. That was the reason we stopped working together, because he stole my shit and I refused to pay him.
Oh,
Merrick's already knows I hate him. This is not new information. Why do you
And
think he
those-
stole my stuff and has been doing everything he's been doing? It's to spite me.
Yeah.
So
and
the
and
main
we can fairly assume that with the backing of House Kenneth, he knows that Emily has met us. He knows that we have been to House Denise. He basically knows everything that is visibly
Why do you think I got a
publicly
job at
accessible.
House L? Why do you think I've been trying to keep a low profile ever since I met you guys?
So the
I
main
know I
thing
have
is he
people
was
after me.
sorry, I misinterpreted then. So the main thing is he knows of you. He's been keeping tabs on all of us. He just was expecting you, or I should say you in particular, to get so close.
I wouldn't
I don't think
expect
he
him to
expected anybody.
bingo.
I don't think he expected anybody to just teleport into his study if it weren't Jack Slash.
Yeah, that was
Which
1 in a 100 chance right there, man.
which brings me to my points. Is this the type of thing that would spook him to go underground?
Entirely possible.
Ooh, that maybe.
Or is he arrogant enough to just put up a few wards, like protections, and then keep going?
I mean, how cocky is this guy, Emily? Because
Incredible. Mate, about as cocky as I am.
Okay,
So
so
me-
he's standing in the window screaming, "Come get me!"
I wouldn't put that past him.
So I don't think we have to worry about him being like underground just yet. Because if you say he is this fucking cocky, he's probably gonna wait until another thing happens, and then he's gonna go book it probably.
Probably.
Quick question to Emily: do you have the other dagger too, or did you drop it? Like, did you
I
grab
have
it, or
I
did you
have
just?
both of them. Yes.
Good. Otherwise, I just don't like, hey, teleport it to you immediately so you have it.
I mean, I assumed if Merrick's had the other dagger, he'd already be in the car with us.
Oh, that would have been one hell of a fight.
Yeah,
I don't think he has a -14 to wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from a Michael Bay perspective, that would have been one hell of a fight.
really one-sided. I'm not gonna lie, really one-sided.
Yeah, he's a mage in the middle of 3, 4, 5 melee wielders.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Haha, got you now.
Yeah, I mean, unless we got a bunch of lava, then
Yeah.
I think at this point we should turn our attention to our guest.
Bingo.
Oh yeah, Jack. Yeah, I forgot about it.
Perfect. So you have
Also, I'm
tied up. He's still unconscious, but you can speed the process of waking him up.
Uh, I'm going to motion to the party to one of the rooms, and she'll air quotes this rooms in the back. Since we're here at the safe house, I definitely need to get a message off to headquarters. So
Good idea.
can I step away and be able to use whatever communication relay system we've got at the safe house to fire off like a urgent message?
Yes.
Good idea.
You have hidden under one of the in one of the kitchens. You have a sending stone. You can send the messages on it.
Okay. While the rest of the party starts interrogating Jack, the message I will say in the sending zone is activity at outhouse whatever number or
Yeah.
identification this outhouse this safe house is. White agent has secured possible associate of Merrick's D. Keneal, need extraction
Perfect.
immediately.
Perfect. So you are in this safe house. Shack Slash starts to wake up.
Well, howdy there.
Well, was not the welcoming party that I was expecting.
So you can talk. That's no.
Yes, I can. I have always been able to talk. I rarely had the need to.
Well, I
Nice
think
to
you're going to
meet you.
have the need to right now, because we are more than happy to grant you your freedom if you answer a few questions of ours.
That's hard to believe.
Well,
But
the other option you get is I get to cut off your feet and bury them so far from your body that your ghost doesn't get to walk.
I like you. I need to do that someday. So yeah, that's you have gave me a powerful reason to leave. So what do you need to know?
Why the fuck are you trying to kill us?
Because they have offered me money.
Who?
Um.
You know the answer, and
Uh,
we know the answer. We just need to hear it from your mouth.
oh yeah. Well. He looks around. Is I think that you have not bring me to my usual to your base. guys. So I will tell you then. Mary's Dicanit, you know it. You know the great inventor.
He offered you money to kill us?
Yes.
Why and
He
how much?
he told me that you were poking around in places that you shouldn't, and that I should go and pay you a visit. He gave me one of his weird warforged and to help, quite useless as you asked me. Well, I underestimate you guys. A couple of months ago, I could have taken you all down, but you have got stronger.
And
So, I failed, and now I'm here at your mercy.
how many people have you killed? Tell me. Like, from an assassin to a random person. How many people have you killed?
Sorry, what did you ask?
Oh, I'm saying, like, what's this kill, like, streak?
Probably in the close to the 100.
Emily, can I borrow your hammer?
Hand him the hammer.
I'm gonna fucking break this fucker's knees.
Oh lord.
You break one of his knees, he screams, say, okay, what else do you need to know? They hire me for money.
What do you know about Merrick's de Knief? What do you know about his operations?
I don't know about too much about his operations. I
That's
don't
the
care
wrong
about it.
answer.
Well, but I don't know. I could tell you who else he has sent me to kill.
That would
But
be
you
helpful.
actually know about the little princess?
Princess?
Yeah, her daughter. That was my first target. He also made me kill one of the investigators that was running the investigation on the accident in the factory, in his factory, and well,
What? Tell me. I'm about to break some knees. We don't.
when up until you started poking around, my next objective will have been to go and kill the head of Canid West.
Wait, you said can eat less, right?
House Canid is divided into three parts. House Canid South belongs to Merix Diganit. House Canid West belongs to Sorland Diganit.
He's trying to consolidate House Knief under himself?
Yeah, I think. He want me to steal some of his research too.
Can you give us specifics?
I didn't get any more information to that. He asked me steal his research from him.
Can I tell if he's lying?
Roll an inside check.
Inside, gotcha.
I'll do it too.
Perfect. You are not sure. You are quite sure he's telling the truth, up until this point at least.
He's telling the truth?
The only thing that he may have lied was in the beginning when he says that he was sent to kill you.
Who else you were sent to kill besides us this day?
I was supposed to get captured, and at night they will have considering everything. Yeah, the idea was to use me at night to invite the priest and her daughters and his daughters
So you're trying to.
to house the need.
So you're just trying to lead him and his daughter somewhere, or?
Well, you have a problem. The vampires are very good at killing things, but you have all those restrictions about not being able to enter a house without invitation.
I see. Yeah.
They offer actually to convert me if I manage to pull that off.
And why would you want to be a fucking stupid vampire? They can't do shit most of the time.
Yeah, and I was not really interested in that, but they offered. I prefer to be immortal only in the nightmares of children.
Yeah. Jonah's gonna take out his like Second Connect and set it to non-lethal, but he's gonna put in this motherfucker's head, trying to scramble his brain.
Oh man, that fucking hurts.
Yeah, this shit vibrates a million in a second, and that shit definitely hurts. You put in the right spot, boy.
Let's
Oh,
not
yeah,
torture
yeah.
him for the sake of torturing him.
This guy has killed hundreds of people. How come you think he's not worthy of just fucking up right here and then, Emily?
Yeah,
Because I will.
cut him some slack. He's just having fun.
Can we at least strip him first?
Oh,
That armor might be
you
valuable.
want to get
Ar-
sexy?
Already did. He's already naked.
Oh,
I already
Oh.
took his stuff.
Yeah, you took his armor. You took his armor and his dagger. I didn't.
Yeah.
Anything else he
I'm
has
taking
on
out.
him?
Yeah, he has pants and
Oh.
a cloak and gloves.
I'll take his pants.
Why are you
Perfect.
taking his pants?
Okay, so Bunny Man, I never have sex with a rabbit before, but could give it a try.
I'm about to fucking bite this guy in the genitals if he gives one more snazzy talk.
Okay, okay, I shut up. Well, you have what you need, actually. Something else that I can help you with. I mean, I am
You
not
need
loyal to that motherfucker. I will shank him in a heartbeat,
Really now?
if you pay me.
And what's stopping you from simply going back to him?
Well, right now that I am tied up, naked, and one of my legs is broken. But I follow the money and the possibility of carnage. That's my reason to try.
Well, if that's your only reason to live, then what's stop it? Then can you give us a good reason not to turn you into the Silver Flame? Because
That's a
if you
good.
can't think of one, then that's where you're going.
That's hard one. But the thing is, I will. I could offer you this. Let me escape and keep a memento of me, like some hair or something like that, and use a crystal ball to follow me. And I could arrange a meeting with Merrick's Decanit.
Emily does not actually know what to think about that.
John's gonna take a strand of hair and just keep it for sake.
We don't have a crystal
I'd
ball,
like to
though.
know. I'd like to know where the other dagger is, because Jack Slash was okay out of character. Jack Slash was unconscious when Emily went on an adventure. He
Yes,
doesn't know what happened, so he still thinks that the other dagger is in the study.
yes.
So I'm just gonna ask him straight out, where is your other dagger?
Oh, I leave it with the priest, with Kessler. He was supposed to use that as an invitation, but you had put me in here, and no backup has appeared yet, and I don't think that I can wait until nightfall, so I am betraying them and trying to find a way to stay alive. If you gave me
Oh,
my dagger, I could teleport someone there, or
so it's Kessler's house that they would have come from.
well, I don't know. I gave the dagger to Kessler. He never invited me to his house.
Okay.
We usually meet in the upper levels. There are some what you could say like there is a tower that it's supposedly empty in the inside, but it actually has some places for people of importance to have some illegal fun and to gather with unsavory types like myself.
Can I do a history check to see
Yeah.
which if I know anything specific about this location?
Yes. Okay, man. History check.
Oh, we're in a relatively private space right now, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I did this. On account of on due to the fact that Harriel suggested that Emily change her appearance, Emily's going to change into that clothing she bought during the last downtime, which honestly ends up looking more like she's removing more of her clothing, but it's more she's putting her armor on the top of her clothing. And I made this in Hero Forge.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet.
I'll look at that picture later. What does 18 get me?
And I think gave you the fact that Sky Edge Park district has one of the main towers was supposedly to be left empty as a place to raise eagles and other fancy birds. It's supposedly empty on the inside and has several nests on the outside. It's the only empty tower in the high world. A
In
little
the
lower, that same tower, it's empty and it's used to make aerial combat.
and this is in the high ward, not
Yeah.
the skyway.
No, it's in the upper world. In the Skyway, it has no connections to the. You can only reach there with the Sky Coach.
Gotcha. All right.
Because
All right. So just to go over what you've told us so far. You've been working or you've been paid by Merrick's to take out several targets. His daughter, the investigator on the factory incident 3 months ago.
yes,
You as for active targets you were supposed to take, it was supposed to be the leader of Kenneth West, and
yes,
us.
Yes.
and you were paid quite a sum for each of these targets.
Yeah, I will. They will have pay me 1,000 gold for each view. In this
Okay.
occasion, it used to be less, but well, you are going up.
And and these were the only tasks that Merrick contracted you out to do.
Yeah, look, I am a one track kind of guy. If you contract me to, for example, follow someone, you have to admit the possibility that maybe I will kill that person. So you don't contract me unless you want someone dead.
I still think we should turn him into the Silver Flame. That seems like the best course of action.
Uh,
But we miss the opportunity of getting Merrick's out of his hideout and into some shady place.
yeah, hold on. You have to admit that taking you at your word when it's only worth how much Merrick paid you should give us some pause. If he will be, wait, hold on. This man is completely secure to this chair or whatever.
Yes.
He's manacled.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure the man is secure. Just give us a moment to discuss, because let's be fair. Hiring you is going to be a very expensive endeavor, and I at the very least want to make sure that we're getting our money's worth. You are a professional, correct?
That's a good point.
Thank you. We'll be right back. And I'm going to motion for everybody to come outside.
Walk outside.
Yep.
The
The
door's
moment the
closed.
door shuts, I say this creature is useless to us.
Uh,
Merrick knows that he's either captured or killed. If he suddenly shows up telling Merrick, "Hey, I got away," he's gonna be even more on edge. This
Hmm.
creature is useless to us.
all I'm going
Personally,
to all I'm going to say for the record is he was based off the questions we've asked him so far, he isn't intentionally lying to us. I apologize for the deception, but while we were all interrogating him, I went and cast Zone of Truth.
you cast
So
down the truthful.
yep. So during all those questions, at the very least, he wasn't intentionally trying to withhold information. So up to a point, we can take his stuff as face value. But this, as hypocritical as it is to find a cell sword who actually stands by their word, this whatever he is only responds to coin. We pay him now and we let him go. All it takes is somebody paying him enough, and he'll just turn back the other way.
Bingo.
Yeah, it's kind of a loose kind of thing.
Hence why I suggest we should
Personally,
drop him off at the Silver Flame. Let them deal with him.
Ow!
personally,
Why?
Do prisons not exist?
No,
Don't.
I'm asking. I'm responding to what Verandak wrote at Sliver.
You don't cast spells on people without asking.
He's a person.
Well, zone of truth, all of us.
And Harriel does look a bat. It doesn't make eye contact, and she does look chastised for casting it.
I got nothing to hide. I was intentionally saying anything. No?
No, but Sliver doesn't like magic. He really doesn't like magic.
Oh, I see.
Well, the rest of us are mages, so.
No. Sliver is right. Regardless of the circumstances, I didn't ask, and
Yeah,
that was
well,
unfair to all of you. I'm sorry.
like every time Emily has been like, "Oh, I'm putting an infusion on you." It's like even if it's just like a spray that makes him move a little bit better, it's still magic to Sliver, and he's like almost punching Emily in the face. It's like you're casting a spell on me. I don't want it.
Well, that's how I
That's
gave my
that's
infusion to Harriel today.
that's why I'm apologizing. Regardless of the circumstances, it was something that I should have not done without your knowledge and without your permission. And for that, I am sorry.
Problem is that could have affected what we said. Like if we knew that you cast Zone of Truth, we couldn't have lied to him. Like now I didn't say anything that was a lie, but if I said, well, considering your knife is still in the other place, lie, and I couldn't have said it, he would have known because Zone of Truth, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
So doing that without us knowing is kinda dangerous if we're trying to interrogate the guy. So like, but I don't think we screwed up in any way.
So all is well.
Yeah, me personally, I can't. I think we should just lock this guy up. It's not my morally. I can't let this guy be perused around while he's killing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, letting this
Yeah.
guy go is a non-starter for me. Just based on like he's just gonna get a hold of another sharp stick and start stabbing people again.
Yeah. Personally, I would like to cripple.
Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you, Jonah.
No, no, you're good. You can go.
I just wanted to ask Lucas.
Yes.
Does Harriel know of the ETA for whomever agents are going to be coming to the safe
Well,
house?
probably in less than an hour.
Okay. Then Harriel's going
Yeah,
to say to the group.
30 minutes by now, considering the time.
Harriel's going to turn to the group and say, "We're all in agreement that we're not letting him go, but considering how long we've been talking with him, we've got about half an hour before the agents I'm supposed to be relaying information with are going to arrive. So we have until then if we decide to take other measures."
Hmm.
I will state that regardless of how immoral of individual he is, I am inclined to have him be turned into the proper authorities. At least they untangle his web of assassinations over the years. But
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
what about the rest of you?
I couldn't agree more. This guy needs to be fucking locked up or at least put on an execution block.
I owe him some pain and suffering.
I mean, hey, is the cell is there like a one-way glass window we can see him through, or is it kind of
No,
like a?
it's you don't actually have inside windows in here. It's an abandoned orphanage.
Oh, I thought that it was like you have an underground facility, but like
No. The place it's known that to be empty, and the only thing that you have properly it's the place is far enough from other places so someone screaming inside won't be heard outside, and you have actually a couple of security doors that you
okay, I see. All right. So, but is the room soundproof? Right, you can't hear us
yeah, it's relatively soundproof.
relatively. Okay, all right. Just checking.
Yeah,
Checking.
no, you can't hear a conversation.
Alright.
Which just leaves Emily. Actually, what do you think, Emily?
I already said at the start of this that I agree with you. Throw him in jail.
I turn towards Sliver. Remember,
Yes.
you've got 30 minutes.
I can make do with 2.
Yeah, just don't outright kill him, man. Bruise him enough.
I'm gonna leave him mostly intact.
All right.
Mostly.
So yeah, it's true that he has killed several of your companions. So yeah, you can use some time to make him pay.
I also have a debt because I kinda promised Fireball that we would make him pay.
Oh yeah, that's true. Firewall wants to eat his eye.
Ooh,
No, you're
Ooh.
gonna get sick.
Oh, crush his eye.
You can go there. Me and Fireball goes in. Does anyone want to come with?
I wouldn't mind coming in.
I might need somebody with a little bit of medical expertise because what I'm planning, we might need somebody to stem blood flow.
Is there like a Hariel? Is there a doctor's kit I can borrow real quick?
Actually, in the house there are several.
All right. You don't mind if I borrow one, right, Hariel?
I should be on point to receive the agents. Feel free to use the medical kits as you see fit.
I
Okay.
think I'll spend the time with you, Harriel, if you don't mind. I really don't want to be in there right now.
So Fireball will proceed to blind Shack Slash.
Yep. As he's screaming from that, I lean forward and I say, by the way, just out of character now, I just want to. He's lashed to the chair. Is it just like arms,
Yeah,
or is it
arms
like?
in there.
Yeah, but
One
is
of
it
the
is
legs
it?
is broken.
Yeah, one of the legs are broken, but is he lashed like across the chest as well, or maybe on top of the thighs? Just
So I think that
how is he?
it's just arms again to the chair.
All right, I'm gonna take some of the rope I got
Okay,
and tie legs and chest to the chair.
perfect.
Then I'm leaning in, telling Jack Slash, it's not very nice to kill slaves, and I promised life for a life. I take my greatsword, I thread it through the arm on the armchair, and I slam it up cutting off his left arm.
Perfect.
And I do the same thing on the other side.
Okay, so you have an armless
Yeah.
Shaxla.
And now I'm like, you can't go back to your old life. My promise is fulfilled. And I turn to Yona and go, please make him not die.
Okay, let me try. Okay, let me try.
Yeah.
This. All right. How much medical expertise do I have? Let me see, because I see here. Let's see here. Heal. I got 2 in medical. What does the doctor's bag give me as a benefit?
What you have? Sorry.
I was asking like I was gonna do a heal check with the doctor's bag, so Jack
Yeah.
doesn't.
No, the doctor's bag is necessary in this case. It's like you can treat these kind of wounds with your hands and some cloth. So
I can.
you can. So you
Oh,
need the doctor's kit to be able to do anything in this case.
oh
I
fuck.
have +1 to medicine too, so can I help him?
Yes, if you both have medicine, you can help. So you have advantage, Yona.
Okay. Oh fuck.
You will need a 15.
Oh. Can I use my psychonic neck?
Yes.
Sorry.
If you start asking, if you start screaming for help, I'll come.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
Okay, barely, but he's alive.
Okay.
Eventually, Sky Coach, quite non-descriptive and slightly battered, arrives. It's big enough to all of you to get in, but mostly they will. A couple of men in simple clothes, but you can see that they are wearing a leather armor underneath. Approaches and looks at you, Hariel. Looks at the other people, as one of them asks very closely to you, are they trustworthy enough, or do we need to do a cleaning?
Harriel fixes the one with a very hard stare, whether or not they are approved is by my discretion.
Okay, I was just asking because if needed, I have a couple of other agents inside.
Rest assured, no other operations have been interfered with or compromised.
Perfect. So, what do you have for us? You need extraction now, or just a part? You need extraction, or your whole team needs extraction?
Follow me.
Okay, they follow
Harry,
you.
she'll bring him to back, hoping at this point that Jonah and Sliver are outside the room.
See, okay,
We were standing outside,
Yeah,
like
we're saying outside.
trying to like calm down Fireball, who's kind of wants to get back in and do more damage.
perfect.
Once we get to the door, the objectives inside. There's an incident during capture. The object will need medical treatment, but he's ready. He's ready for extraction and a debrief. And
We
trust
might
me,
have to carry him.
They
and let's be clear. The objective inside does have sensitive information over several years regarding several assassinations, some of which you and I both know would be of very great interest.
The agent nods at you and say, "Okay, let's do this." They get inside. They look at the men. Okay, glad to see that we don't have to take any precautions to keep him from running or doing anything. One of them grabs Shaq over the shoulder, looks at you and say, "Good work. If any information that we may extract of him, it's relevant to your current operation, I will let you know.
Ariel quietly nods.
Uh, Come on Sunday to pray, and maybe some of your prayers will be answered."
I'll make sure to be there for mass.
The agents withdraw and leave in the sky coach, and you are free of carrying Jack Slash.
Once the other agents get out of eyesight, I look at my team and mention to them we should leave. This is
Yes,
only supposed to be a safe house.
let's
Yeah,
leave.
definitely.
Okay, so you leave and go where from there?
I believe we have
How's
loot
the
to
need,
sell.
right? Yeah.
Okay, so you go to House the Need. You arrive and you are welcome. Torlund will gather all of you and ask Sliver for debrief.
I tell him rather short but still enough so that he gets a full picture of what just happened.
Perfect. As soon as you're saying that, he says, "Okay, we need to send people to that factory, to that creation force ASAP, because well, might be destroyed if we don't do that. So, but you can rest. It seems that like you need it. We have other agents that can take that job. Well, he will send some agents to look after the now abandoned creation force, and you have the opportunity to rest for the night and recover.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
On the next day, Maril will call for you to gather and ask if you have any new information that she could use.
Tons. And we'll explain how Merrick's was running an illegal creation forge underneath Sharn.
Technically,
Okay.
it wasn't illegal since he didn't do actual Warforged.
Okay, it's a creation forge. Them existing is illegal, and we fought Warforged down there.
No, we fought Zombie Forged, which are basically what you are.
I am not a zombie, thank you very much.
No, but you are a cyborg, and these were reanimated cyborgs.
What
So
I am is
they are not
very different
Warforged.
from what they were.
The imp-
Potato, potato.
the important thing is Emily is right. Sliver is right. To create creation forges are illegal, but the fact of the matter is, it's in a location that we cannot tie directly to Merrick. If anything, this puts House Kneath in a bad light because the warehouse that the other elevator was connected to, isn't that under House Deneath property? House Deneath
No.
ownership?
House Cani-
No.
How's
Cani-
Kneath?
We
House
don't know
Kneath-
that either. All we found were two or a couple of boxes with their seal. They could have been stolen, they could have been bought, they could have been whatever.
Well,
We
now
don't
that
know
we've
any of
cleared
this
it
stuff.
out, it may be worth taking a second look. So we'll let Merrick's
Yeah.
know that there is a very illegal creation forge underneath Sharn, which is something that should worry anybody. And maybe like a team of like 20 people could probably find more information than us could in half an hour.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
there is another thing that we could try. This won't be enough to maybe condemn Merricks in the house of judge in Charn, but we could try to contact one of Merrick's enemies,
Such as?
the other heads of the house.
Oh yeah, House Kneath is 3 heads, doesn't it? Aren't they on
Yes.
the other side of Corvair though?
Yes, that's the bad thing. You have that's a possibility. The other possibility is to try to get to the Lord Mayor or try to find more information first.
I think
I
yes, I think
don't
finding more
know.
information is a good
I am
idea.
not really sure about what's the best course of action.
Do you know anything about the other 2 heads of House Kneath?
Yes, in that I could help. One of them is Shorlana Di Canit, head of Canit West. She will quite probably be the one that has the most to win because she has enough connections with the 12, the heads, the representatives of each house in the council of that involves all the Dragon Market houses. He has good connections with the 12. Maybe could convince them to act against my father. She's very far away. That's the only con that I can see.
How far?
You have to pretty much cross the entire continent.
Shit, who's closer?
Closer we have Sorlan Dikanit. The
Who
problem
is?
with Sorlan Dikanit is that he's actually live in Kararan and well may have contacts with the host with the Blood of Ball too. I don't know if those contacts are strictly commercial business or if there is an alliance like the one that my father has.
Alright, but okay, the second one, the Jorla or whatever. Do you know if she has
So
any connections to House of Vol?
yes, but he made that connections when the Blood of Ball was the official religion of Karnak. So maybe it was just for convenience. I don't know him personally.
What about the? I'm talking about the second one. Do you know her personally?
Oh,
Solana.
Joanna.
Sholana. Yeah, Sholana. It's no, she doesn't have any connections with the house of with the blood of Ball. She doesn't have any connections with any religion in that regard. But at least we know that she won't be under the influence
The
of the
problem
blood.
is she's just very far away.
Yes, she's very far away. We could try to send a message and see if she can send a message. It's herself.
And how long would that take? Where is she located? You said the other side of the continent and shit.
Yeah, it's in in Ondair. So oh, I have the
Technically,
map.
it would be further to Karnath than on there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm from Stormreach. I don't really know distances and the Five Nations that well. Geography is not my
Yeah, well,
strong suit.
like add another third, like the distance between Sharn and Onder. Add a third of that, and you get the distance from Onder to Karnath. So,
So
Yeah,
Onder is not that far away?
no,
uh,
it's not that far away. No,
it's
no.
closer than the other dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, but my bad.
How long would it take us to get a letter over there?
Pretty damn fast if we go by House
Yes,
Civis.
yes, actually.
Really?
They do sending.
Yes, that's they can get the letter by tomorrow.
Shit, you can send a letter across the continent in a day?
It'll cost.
How?
It's closer to telegraph.
Okay, fair enough. Would that cost like a bajillion
Well,
gold though?
I have my map all mixed up. Yeah, Karanat is actually farther away. So yeah, you could send a message to Audair.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Get her involved, tell her what Merrick's has been up to. Hopefully, like, I don't think we want to completely destroy Health Kneath or anything, but if I'd rather her running Sharn than him.
If you call for her, she could start moving things forward in the direction that we need. I will share in reference material. I will share in maps a link to a very cool Everon map
Okay.
of Kobair. It actually thing that you can calculate distance.
There we go.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
And we're trying to send a letter to Onder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are
And
in
where is Sharn?
Sharn.
Sharn is bottom right, right?
Yeah.
Bottom
So
left.
the letter
Oh.
will arrive almost immediately. From there, they will probably send a delegation, and that will take a couple of weeks.
Perfect.
So, in the meantime, if you can gather any other evidence against my father, it will be useful because he will fight. He will fight legally at first, and I am afraid that he might resort to more desperate measures as things progress.
What are these orange lines on the map?
Lighting trails.
Oh yeah, that's a magic train, right?
Yeah.
How long would it take us to get to if we wanted to go ourselves?
Mm,
Not that not that I want to like completely derail the campaign or anything, but
no,
like
no, but you can. It's relatively a sandbox campaign. This one. So if you want to go there yourself,
assuming we took the lightning rail, because I assume that's fast.
yes, that's the fastest way. Sorry, I am having trouble. No, this one was not the one that calculate distances, or it was. Give me a second.
Sorry.
Yes, I know, no problem. Everyone distance calculator. Oh, I have even a better map now. Look at this beauty. This. Ah, no, sorry, it's the same one. I just. It's also slightly different for some reason. But you can. Oh, there used to be a way to have passive controls. Click and drag the map to move it around. Navigation tool. Click on the compass icon. Yeah. You are going from Shan all the way to it's 1,000 miles, and you can get there. Castillo. 1 minute. 1 second. Travel.
How fast do lightning rails go?
Yeah, there we have it goes 30 miles per hour, so 1,100 miles divided by 30.
About a month.
Fairhaven is 3 days, 3.25 hours. I can send you a link.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah. So from Sharn, yeah, 2 days. 2 days.
Damn. Okay. You guys want
Yeah,
to
That's
do that?
fast.
the days are fast. Yeah, no, sorry. So delegation will probably reach in a week, and that's counting the gathering the people, negotiation, red tape, etc.
Yeah, I just
Hmm.
want to just go there.
Yes, you could go there.
I mean, that
I
solves a
I
lot of
mean,
mean,
problems.
if you want to deliver
we we
the notice
we
yourself.
we go in person and basically spend basically a week in transit because it'll take 2 days to get there. I don't think we'll stay there long enough except for the night and then our 2 days to get back. Or we send a letter, which will be quick, but you say it's entire delegation, which in itself will take about a week to get down here. So
No. It's we can send Meryl with us. Get her out of Sharn.
I don't think she will leave.
Wouldn't that be a lot safer? Getting her with the other head of House Kneath?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
but I don't think.
convincing her.
Yeah, admit it. You two girls just want to go on a shopping spree and on there.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I also would like a.
yeah,
Yes, you could do that. She will be vulnerable during transit, maybe, but well, not if you are escorting her.
Do you feel safe staying here at House Kneath right now, or
Yeah, I mean, this place is a fortress,
even with
and
your father breathing down your neck?
well, it's a fortress close to him, but going there will actually put me in danger in case that Chorlane is willing to murder me.
Why
I
would
am there to
Lane
an
want to
end
murder you?
because I am there. If Charlene manages to bring down Merrick's Diganit, the house will belong to me. And
Why
when
is
the
this a
house
bad thing?
belongs, because if I die and Merrick's Diganit falls, Merrick's sword will have no head and will be easier to be able to take over.
Is that not a good thing, or
Yes, it's a good thing for her. So if I die, I am actually giving her
oh, you're
an
saying you
easier
don't
way.
want her to inherit the southern part of the house?
No, I want to keep my part of the house. It
Yeah.
belongs to
If
me.
if
That my
Meryl
father is
dies,
using it, it's an entirely different thing. I am willing to negotiate with her and maybe concede that she will be the head of the house in exchange for her to take down my father and bring me to my proper place.
Then let's send a letter saying exactly that.
Perfect.
if Meryl dies, Jorlana becomes the most powerful in House Kenneth.
Yes,
Just
that
just trying to explain to Emily why it's not a good idea
Then
to just like, hey,
let's make sure
well,
Jolana's
maybe
on our
if
side.
yeah,
yeah, maybe if we could arrange, if we go there and we succeed in negotiate with the negotiations, I will be safer there. But if we fail, I will be dead. In while in here, I am relatively safe now.
Then
So I
let's send a letter, summon her
yeah,
here to Sharn, and let's negotiate
perfect.
what's going to happen.
That's a good idea.
Meanwhile, we have a bunch of other stuff to do.
Cool. So she will send the letter to summon Sharlana Dikanit and warning her to talk to the 12 about Merrick's experiments. So you have that. What else do you want to do? You have probably a week or some, yeah, let's say a week before the delegation from Sharlana arrives.
are we gonna sell off the loot
That's a good
that we
idea.
got?
Yes, you can sell off the
yeah.
loot. The
Okay.
loot will be not counting the daggers and the weird headbands. It
Yep.
will be 1,000 gold pieces.
Total?
And then the armor if we want to sell that too.
Does
Oh,
anyone
oh,
here
Oh,
you
use
have
leather armor?
plus one leather armor. I don't know if someone. I think that Shona could use it.
Jonah,
yeah. I
If
was
you
gonna
want
say,
to.
can I have that?
by all means.
Yeah.
So it's a +1 leather, right?
Yes.
All right, gotcha.
The other thing that you have is that Maril has promised to give you 1,000 gold if if you found the lab, and you did, so you have another 1,000 gold to divide between the group.
Nice.
So that's 500 each.
400. No, 500 it is.
500 each.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll mark that down.
I actually want to
gold.
ask Mauro a question.
Okay.
The other this I wrote down it. Jorlana. How is this person like? What's their personality like? How do they handle things within their portion of the house itself?
Sharlana is quite professional. Unlike my father, she was more focused on the business part of the house instead of the science. Well, she has a lot of ambition. That's part of the reason that I was afraid of going there, because she's the kind of person that could murder someone if that gave her the possibility of rising to higher places. But on the other hand, at least she's not crazy. She's a
Is she?
politician.
She's a politician.
Politician, businesswoman. She's here for the power, and she once was best for the house in the sense that she considers that the house belongs to her, and so
I admittedly have a distasteful but possible idea in case the negotiations go south with her. I'm not suggesting we use it, but if she's the type of person that would put Kneeth first over other things, then in case she decides that it's more beneficial to leave you out to dry, I have a suggestion of possibly that we could possibly use to leverage against her.
Shoot.
okay.
Flipper, you pointed this out earlier.
Yeah.
The Creation Forge is illegal, and even though we found boxes containing labeled with House Kneeth in that one warehouse, it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
No.
At this point, I'm going to pull out my forger's kit.
Oh,
Unless she's going to be that prepared when she arrives here to engage in these negotiations, we could leverage the fact that House Kneeth is directly connected to a creation forge, something that is decidedly and 100% illegal.
Well, we don't know who operated the forge, but Kenneth are all linked to all creation forges. There's no like, discussion
No,
about that because they
no,
were the ones who made it.
no, no,
But we
no.
don't know. Yeah.
It's not the fact that Knees associate with creation forges. It's the fact of when this creation forge was being used.
Which is why I
That's
But we
suggest.
always the main
yeah,
point.
but we don't know if it was the actual Kenneth who used this because all we found were zombie forged and undead and one vampire from the blood of Vol.
Right.
So
We don't
we
know.
we
And
don't have a link
we don't know. We don't have a link. But in the same vein, she doesn't know, and she
unless
doesn't have that link.
it says talks about Merrick's in the journal we found, the notebook.
Are we? Did it mention Merrick's like that in the book? In the notebook like that?
she mentions working with. She mentions the investigation. She mentions the investigation of Gladys Di Jurasco, and she mentions the discoveries made by Merricks in the Moorland.
Wait,
Okay, so
Merrick's
not the
went to the
mortal.
Mournlands?
Yes.
Does it explain what he found there?
She mentions she doesn't explain, but she mentions that something that Merix has found in the Moorlands was useful into creating the possibility of a soul transference.
A soul transference?
Yes.
I pull out the big glowy thing. Hey, Hariel, you said you're connected to the Mournlands as well, right?
Ariel's lips have gone very thin. She's not looking very happy about the subject matter.
I look at the big glowy thing and I say, Mom, is that you?
No answer.
Shit. Okay, I'm officially freaked out.
So you have that. She doesn't mention in any moment that she's working with Kanit, but she references Merrick's the Kanit investigation. So not the best
Oh,
evidence.
we're still with what's her name? Meryl, right?
You're in the house, so you can go and visit her without too much trouble.
Oh, did I show Meryl the soul thingy yet?
No.
I would like to show her the soul thingy.
Okay. Let's show
And
her the
ask if
soul
she has
thingy.
any idea what the hell this thing is.
Maybe she can. Maybe she can. One moment.
Oh,
I figure she has artificer levels.
excuse me. I'll be right back.
Okay. She will roll Arcana with advantage because she is familiar with investigation. But she says, look, oh, 17, actually, 15. Yeah, this thing looks like a soul infusion, but she points one of the crowns of the headbands. This thing looks like a soul infusion. You put that on the what forged head just before you activate him, and you need it at another part that is missing, but and it has been replaced with this. She points at the other headband with the black stone.
This thing.
Ooh, yeah, I'm back.
Say that again. This thing rips out souls.
No. The Warforged has there was a part in the creation force that creates positive energy and a conscience in some way that we have yet to understand, and we transfer that through this headband. This thing, white stone in here, it's a Siberis shard, and that infused the Warforged with its soul and consciousness. But it lacks the part that creates the soul and was replaced with this that has a it's Siberis, and the other one is
Kyber.
with a timer shard. So it has some symbols that relate to negative energy.
So you're saying this thing
So,
makes souls out of negative energy and puts it inside of Warforged?
or maybe it transfers.
Concerning.
So like a funnel.
You take a soul and you put it in another body. It will
Worrying.
So
be
it's some
more advanced than just chopping off frames and doing.
Oh, you're saying
See?
I could use this to transfer one soul from one body to another?
Yes.
Ooh, that's something I
Wanna
could
be a
So
use.
it's
fetchling
a-
again?
so it's a magical funnel, basically.
Yeah. That makes sense. My father was quite obsessed with getting himself into a immortal body.
Well, that makes a lot of sense right there. That does.
Okay, I think we can use this thing.
For are you planning to use it for evidence or something else?
Supervillain smile.jpg.
Yeah. I don't know how well it's working. I mean, I think that was the idea, but we haven't seen anyone successfully doing it. So
We got a week of time. I'll work on this. I've got a few ideas.
And
okay.
try not to do anything nefarious with that, Emily. Trust me.
I
It's
don't know
bad.
what you're talking about, and you're just gonna kind of see the head of that one Warforged we killed back at the at the nightclub just casually fall out of her backpack, and she just stuffs it back in.
Ariel is giving Emily that look of why.
I'm not doing anything
Why?
illegal, like you said.
I mean, gray area legal, you know.
I'm in the same line of work as Merrick's is. I told you that when we signed up with this.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
John's gonna look at Harriel and say, like, kind of look a concerned look.
You're telling me you wouldn't want me to replace your arms with cannons?
No,
Why
No.
not? Purely an
very
upgrade.
impressed.
Okay, what about tank treads for legs? All-terrain
I
movement.
I can't jump
But
high.
Well, that's why we install the booster pack. Upgrades, people, upgrades.
Sean's giving another concerned look to Harriel, kind of like,
Ariel's not saying a word here because concerned, yes, but at the same time, it's Emily, and this is what Emily does. And to be fair,
Sir.
Emily is no Merrick in any way, shape, or form.
I swear I'm lawful good.
certified Emily moment.
Well, so what else? do you want to do anything else during this week before
Well,
Probably
she
spend
arrives?
some money.
I'd like to ask, like, can I borrow 140 silver from Emily and Harriel?
140
Well, we
silver
said,
No, gold. Sorry, gold.
yeah, I was
for
about to say.
what? For what?
Well, that's the last I need to awaken Fireball.
You really want to spend all this money on awakening a cat?
Considering I get to use him as a sidekick, yeah.
Ariel is surprised and a bit warmed at the fact that you're doing this for Fireball. This is something Fireball does want, right?
I think so. He is kind of arrogant, so yeah. If we were to tell him you become more powerful if we do this, he would accept it immediately.
As long as it's something Fireball wants, because Fireball's grown on you. The two of you, you can't see one without the other at this point. So Ariel will definitely give you how much you needed it again.
140.
I'm subtracting 140 from my amount right now.
And Emily will also give you money because she likes the seeing Silver in a happy mood. She thinks this is a ridiculous cause, but she wants Silver to like her more, so she'll give him 140.
Perfect.
So now
So
we're
now
going
I
to
will go to
house.
NPCs, no, NPCs, and create another character, and I will give he control to Sliver. Sliver Fireball. Well, then we can make. So you will go in Morgavi University. You can find someone willing to cast that spell. I mean, they are quite curious. Like, okay, you want to awaken your cat? Let's see. Let's see what happened. They will ask you to attend to a class in which one of the professors will awaken the cat, and some students will then ask questions to the cat about how it feels and that sort of things.
Yeah, all right. I kind of tell Fireball over my shoulder, like, play along. You don't have to tell them
Okay.
what they want.
Well, so you will have an awakened Fireball. Fireball actually likes the attention of a lot of people asking things about him, and now that he can speak, he will not shut up, like almost never, at least for a couple of weeks.
Oh God.
Wonderful.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now the semi-constant meow will be replaced with "Hey, give me food! I'm starving."
This is going to be a rough 3 weeks.
But well, you have Tasha's Cauldron of Everything,
Yep.
so you can make him a level 5 henchman,
Nice.
Sidekick.
psychic.
Aww.
I like it.
Wow.
Well,
All right.
anything else that you are going to do this week?
I think I'm gonna buy myself some better armor and subscribe some scrolls.
Perfect.
I would like to get a new shirt because my shirt
Oh,
is very
clothing.
riddled with arrow holes.
Usual clothing is covered in the monthly living expenses. So unless you
I
want
got
to dress up in the sense of buying clothes above your social station, you can just consider that the 30 gold that you are spending includes some tailor fixing up or buying some new shirts from time to time.
okay. Also, how much is health potions? Because I have not had like a health potion in my back pocket, which I think is probably useful.
I think that in reference material, I put same magical prices, but the potions are the same that in the book. I think it's 1 moment.
Regular health potions are like 50 gold,
Yeah, I think that's 50 gold.
or 2d4 plus
I'm
2.
gonna buy. I'm gonna buy 2 of them.
Perfect.
No, actually 3. Actually, so 150.
Oh, also, how do I set the disadvantage on the Roll20 sheet?
Technically, if you are using the thing in which you roll 2 dice every time, if you have disadvantage, you roll 2 dice, but you take the lower.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
is there a
straight.
way to set that up in Roll20, or
Yeah, when you roll, it will prompt you to ask if the roll is normal, disadvantage, or
because it doesn't do that for me?
but because you are rolling with always with advantage.
Huh?
Yeah, you can
I'm
you
sorry, I'm
can edit
confused.
that. Sorry, 1 second that the Roll20 decided to freeze for a moment.
Oh, I see. There's a setting in here, so it's like always roll
Yes,
advantage, alt
yes.
query advantage. Okay, so should I set that to
If
keep?
you put query advantage, it will ask if you have disadvantage or advantage.
Oh, okay. I see. I see.
Always roll with advantage has sense because if you are rolling normally, you choose the first roll. If you are rolling with advantage, you choose the best, and if you are rolling with disadvantage, you choose the worst. And it saves you of having to answer the prompt. But I actually like the prompt because I don't know, I like it. It
Yeah,
doesn't make
I
sense, but
prefer it
I
that
still
way.
like
It's easier.
it.
Because I don't think I'm ever going to be making that many stealth checks anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so
And
you
my other
buy.
armor, I get you sell for half price, or
Yeah, you can resell for
cool
half.
25. Sorry, I'm just doing math. It's 71. And how much are scrolls? Is 60 gold for a level 1 spell scroll.
Yeah, I think.
Alright, so I'm gonna get 4 times 60 is 240. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna go buy 4 spell scrolls.
Perfect. Well, I think that we are up for today.
Yep.
And next session will be the meeting with Sharlana and the beginning of an attempt to make a trial against Merrix.
All right.
That's a good idea.
So, hope you like the session.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
We will see each other next week.
Awesome.
Yeah, great.
Well,
All
I'd
right.
like,
but sorry, you want to say something?
yeah, I'd like to ask just, are we going with the stats we discussed before?
Yeah,
We up his
charisma will be
charisma a
12.
bit.
Charisma will be 12. It makes no sense to have cats with negative to with a penalty to charisma. I mean,
Yeah,
in any definition of the term, cats
Yeah.
have self confidence to spare, and they are good at manipulating people.
yeah, yeah.
That's a fact right there.
I don't
Yeah,
know who put that 7 in charisma to the cat, but it was not a cat person.
no, but we also give him good hearing, right? Not
Yeah,
just keen
and good
smell.
hearing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's actually makes no sense that dog has good hearing and the cat don't. It's like what?
yeah. Like it is a fact that dogs have better smells than cats,
Yes,
but cats have better hearing.
yes. It's like okay, well, it will even make sense to say okay, cats don't have improved sense of smell. It doesn't have cats track by smell, so I will put it in the same category. But no, I don't understand the people who wrote the cat in 5th edition. I think that the cat was too OP in 3.5, and they chose to
To nerf it to all,
nerf
nerf
it,
it to
but
all
they
oblivion.
nerf it too much. So, well, yeah, we will use that. It will have 12 charisma,
Yeah,
and it will have a acute sense of hearing.
yeah. All right, then I can make
And,
fireball.
I think that it should have at least 20 feet dark vision.
Yeah, we talked about that. 20 feet dark and 80 feet dim. We talked about that.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Well, in that case, then I will check for what you do with your cat, but
Awesome.
have a good day.
Everyone have a
Yeah,
great day.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
guys.
too,
All
man.
right.
Got a lot of shit done
Night.
today.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
T2IL.
Night, night.
All right.
Bye
See ya.
bye.